Okay. I think we are live. Give it a couple minutes. Oh, I gotta do something with this. Well, we'll look at that in a little bit. Hi, Debbie. How's it going? Got a little Hobby Lobby haul. Not too much, really. By the time I got there, a lot of it was sold out. I mean, they were, I think I went on Thursday or something. And I think the sale started like Monday, but I didn't go because I have the kids and everything. Hi, Christopher. How you doing? Christopher, did you show John Jr. my unicorn? Hi, Icy, Pamela, Annette. Who else is here? Terry Brett, Debbie Bruce. Yeah, I thought I thought it was so cute. Okay, good. And by the way, I did cut out your one that you said to cut up and rearrange to make into different. I haven't cut it up. Not same thing for CK in Mexico. She sent me she sent me two zines that she did because she can't participate in the zine swap because of the mail system. Her stuff probably either wouldn't get there or so let's see, turn the brightness down just a little. There we go. Let's see, Starla, Janet, how you doing? I sent you another don't look at it now, but I sent you another message this morning about 5:30 this morning, Janet. Don't go look at it now unless you already did. All right, let me get my voice going here. And I got a couple little happy mails, and I thought we would maybe look at some art journals, look at the haul, look at the zines. I got this color book in from Rainbow Griffin. She sent me this note in here. Look how cute is this. I'm going to show this. So yeah, show and tell. Maybe look at some art journals. Y'all decide. I got my paint markers in. I think Janet and Colleen and them got the 40 something ones. I had just ordered the 30 something. If y'all seen how many Posca pins I have, these are fine points, so I'm happy. Let's see, Shelly, Annette, Linda Renz, who else? Annette, CK. Yeah, CK, I printed out. I thought we would show how to cut them using yours as examples. So we're going to show how to cut the zines. And so yeah, I got a little bit of a Hobby Lobby haul. I got a couple for a couple different projects, but let's see. You got your paint pens too? Okay. Let's see. Hope you have fun with Jumble. Yes, I know. So Christopher made a Jumble story. I'm going to cut this up and you can make it into any way you want the story. So if y'all don't follow Christopher, let me click on him. There we go. So follow Christopher on YouTube and IG. And he does a comic a day, a page a day. I got to get my voice going here. And of course, now we got cats. Oliver's already been up here and messed with my lights. So now we have little Malibu. She's got sleepy in her eyes. Let's see. But they always want to go to my keyboard, and I have to stop them from doing that. Let's see. Missy, Miriam. Who else do I see? I said hi to Annette. Yeah, I do. I love when they have things on clearance. So we're going to do all that today. And then I kind of, I don't know. You all know. I just picked up this sketchbook and I've done a few things in. And so I said, I'm going to, make it some of my favorite things. So I think I think I moved them. I moved those art dolls into here. So now I can't lay this there now. You're laying there, baby. Oh my gosh. All right, let's throw it up there. Oh, okay. Hi. Annie Tanner, Shaz. Good morning, everybody. Did I say hi to Terry Brett? Let me see what Terry Brett, I'm sure, is posted. Let me go over here to IG. Let's see. And I know my IG is horrible in this room. Let's see what I can do. I don't know why that is. It's just this room. It's trying to load. It's trying to. It's trying to. I don't know. Let me step out in the hall because as soon as I step out in the hall, it's fine. Okay, there we go. It's just this room. That's why I hardwire my stream. Okay, so let's see. Terry did this one. So her first 3 sets were starfish, flute, and Peru. So let's see what she's got here. She's got a starfish playing a flute, heading to Peru. That's cute, Terry. Then let's see. She's got this one. Woodpecker, phone, and eggs. So the woodpecker's on a cell phone. What's he saying with the eggs? She never did. Well, I did hear she was with that raven the other day. No, oh my. Well, she's just doing all this gossip. So y'all go follow Terry Brett, 3, who does prompts pretty much every week. And so, yeah. I gotta get my voice going. It's really, I might have to go get a bite of banana or something. I should know to do that right before I come on, but hi, Tina. Tina's all down there preparing for that hurricane heading to Florida. Let's see how you keep track of all the different sketchbooks. I kind of have them in different places in the room, Christopher, but it is sometimes I forget certain ones, because I'm working in, like all my minis. Maybe I'll pull out my minis today. The ones I worked on last year, the traveler's notebook ones. I got a lot of those, but I have a lot. I don't want to say hundreds plural, but maybe. This whole room is sketchbooks, art journals, and I kind of consider them all the same. I have a couple sketchbooks that are really just drawing in, but they're pretty old. I don't really just sketch anymore. I do art journaling, mixed media, collage. I do have a collage stuff later. I'm not going to do this today, but I do have a collage in mind. So that's all I'm going to show because I'm going to do that one off camera. Let's see what else. Yeah, all my little ones are together. My zines are all together. Some of my older ones that I don't really use anymore, they have 2 or 3 shelves over there. You've seen my shelves, Christopher. I've shown my shelves, haven't I? So I have shown them. Let me see here. I'll take a couple snaps here. I got those. I got these. Let's see, those. What else can I take? Well, some of them are covered up by the lights and stuff, so I don't know if I can get them all. Let's see if I can try. Those are down there. Those are kind of behind. We got those up here. I got those over here. This is my collage stuff down there. Let's see, I got more over here. Okay, I'll show you some. So yeah, let's see who else is here. Let's see. I like to click on Tina says good morning to everybody, as many as she can. You did Zippy visiting Dexter. Where is it, Miriam? Tell me where it is. Hi, Tina in Sweden. Let's see, that collage stuff just swam by the. It was supposed to. It was supposed to swim by the screen, Christopher, because I don't want anyone to see it yet. Hi, Scrappy Girl Dana. Let's see, Amira. Oh, good. All right, Shaz. Thanks for letting me know. Down in Australia, it's always good to know that the Aussies get their mail. Kimberly, good morning. Let's see. So, Miriam, you'll have to tell me where you posted because I get mail, I get messages and emails and IG and Facebook and Messenger. I never know. And then tell me if it's a different name than it is here. um, I do follow a lot of people on IG. I don't follow as many people because, not everybody that follows you is really into art. Oh, wait, did I get that one? Oh, yeah, I did. But I follow, let's see, how many people do I follow on IG? Let me go to my home page. Let's see, home. I follow 3,600 and I got 7,000 followers. So it's hard to keep up with everybody. Oh, thank you, Deb E. Forgot to do super chats. Oh, Deb, which sticker? Would you know which sticker? Or do you want me to flip through them? Let me get a Post-it note here. What one would you like, Debbie? Do you have two craft rooms, Dee? I kind of do. My guest room is my art. I moved all my art books out of here, out of my art room. I moved all my art books into the guest mural room. The guest room has murals painted all over it, and that is my art book. Well, I have art books downstairs in the library too, but I have my art books in the next room and my color books in the next room. So, and the closet in there is art supplies too. the gas, if they have gas, they better live out of their suitcase. There's no hanging anything in that guest closet. Let's see. So thank you, Debbie. Let me go through here. Let's see. Flip, please. Okay. Let me get my book here so y'all can, and I still need to write. I should go ahead and write I might kind of do that. Well, I don't know if I can spell Nosferatu without looking it up, but I'll do a flip, Debbie. Let's see. And I still haven't seen Miriam tell me where I haven't seen Miriam say where she posted something, so I'll have to look. Okay, so here's what we got here, guys. We got the pea sloth, and this is the small lemur. When I send out the lemur, I send out the bigger one. Wait, let's zoom in one here. Okay, so got the axolotl, the koi fish, the bee, the eclipse, the lunar eclipse. Thank you, Christopher. Christopher's spelling it for me. So I won't write them now, but I want to write them in brush lettering. Like, let me get, I have one right here. I'll have to get into my, do I have a brush? Those are pencils. Let me see if I have a brush letter in this, a brush pen in here. Let's see. So I have these, but those are color. I really want a black one. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see what this one. Now this one may be kind of dry. Let's test it. Let's do a little test here on something. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's get the small side though. Nope, that's the big side. Okay, like I want to do, just somewhere on here. I want to write what they are. So like that. All right. So, but I'm not going to do it right now because that'll take too long. All right. So let's see. Hi, Kitty Jen. Who else? All right. Let's keep going here. So I got the pink cat, the beatnik, and this is the size of the lemur that I send out. Then I got the panda, the eagle, the raccoon, the snake, the I'll just say Japanese monster. I don't know if it's really Godzilla, but it's one of those. Cyclops, dinosaur, biker pug, rooster chicken, whatever you want to say, emu, sand dollar, owl, invisible man, dragon eye, creature, skelly scarecrow, bat, Nosferatu, Frankenstein, Phantom of the Opera, Zira from Planet of the Apes, Edgar Allan Poe, Armadillo, Cactus, the Eagle. That's what I send to Julie for the vets. This one is not cut correctly, but that is the Looking Toward Friday, Hump Day Camel, Space Odyssey. And then I've got two of these in here. I don't know why, but that's the Siamese cat. And I'm going to cut out more of the cats and I haven't put them all in here either. I have a couple more cats, but there's a cowboy Oliver, Flower. You can just say Flower. There's the same picture of Siamese cat. When Pigs Fly, the clownfish, the hummingbirds, and then I have a couple other cat ones, but they're not in here yet. Okay. Yeah, Christopher, Space Odyssey. This one was on an e-zine some years ago. And yeah, it's a poster. I have it on a poster, and Hubster even made a poster of the magazine that it was on back when, a few years ago. Hi, Marsh. How you doing? Good to see you. Marsh Makes Comics, one of my old-time comic buddies from way back when. He still is. I'm on Marsh's channel. Let's see. Space Otter. Okay. Gotcha, Deb. Now what I okay. Got it. Okay, Debbie. Thank you. And thank you for supporting the channel, Debbie. I do appreciate that. So those, if anybody does a super chat or super sticker, I send out a sticker or two. Hi, Angie. Thank you, Tina. There's Marsh's Instagram. I did see that I think you did a Facebook video over the weekend, Marsh. I don't think it was on YouTube. Anyway, I was busy this weekend with the family and stuff, so I didn't get to see it. But maybe go back and watch it later. Thank you, Christopher. It's a poster. So when you shrink these down to them down to stickers, they really look very detailed because they were so big, you know. Let's see. Raul, thank you. Oh, you like the Post-it note? Coffee Post-it note? Yeah. Hi, Ann, Raul. Who else am I missing? All right. So I think I've said good morning to most everybody. So I'll go ahead and show you my little Hobby Lobby haul. And the book that I got from Rainbow Griffin sent me this. And then I got some zines here to show. I haven't seen CK. She was probably at school. CK, our English teacher in Mexico. If she comes in, she sent me these. I did stop by her stream yesterday morning. I don't remember. I never remember when I stop by people's streams. I just pop in and, try to support everybody. But she emailed me her 2 zines that she had made. She can't participate in the zine swap because of the mail system where she lives. But she emailed me these 2. So I thought I'd cut them down and fold them so you can see how to cut and fold. And then Christopher sent me, I asked him to, he did this one for anybody that wanted to. You can cut these down and rearrange them. It's not really a zine per se. It's just that you can cut these out and rearrange them and make a different story with them. And then I did get these paint markers. I did get the 30 set. They're art, what do they call? Let's see. Artistro. Art, ARTISTRO paint pens. And these are the ones that Janet had recommended with the white pens. And so I bought the set of 5 white ones. Then we're all buying the color ones now. I think Kathy and Colleen got the 40-something set. I think Janet got the 40-something set. Hi, sister. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you, Tina. And so they're fine tip, very fine tip. So let me just get one out here. I did pump them all and got them ready, except, I think I did 1 black and 1 white. There were 2 black, 2 white, and then all these colors. And I did swatch them down. Here we go. Here they are, except for the white isn't on here, but these are the colors. And so you can see how the fine tip is. Uh-oh, come back here. So it's very fine tip, but they're paint markers. They're like Posca, but very, very fine tip. Posca probably has this fine a tip sets as well. But anyway, so I got this set here. Those are the colors. There's silver, a gold, a bronze, a couple of grays. These are the greens and blues, the pinks and purples, a yellow, peach, light peach, yellow, peach, orangey, and red. So, and that's how thin they are. So, yeah. Let's see. Hi, Chantel. Anybody else I missed? But I do have some things going on in here for my zine. Okay, I'll give y'all want to see my sketch for my zine? And I'm thinking this is going to be it. Now I don't know for sure. I have two I was going to do another zine. And I said, "Oh wait, I can't just make up my own zine. I have to use my prompts." My prompts were not otter. I got the otter on my mind now. Walrus, lime green, and a musical instrument. So let me show you what I got going on here. Hang on. So I started doing one zine, and then I said, no, that won't work because those are not in there. So let's see. Let me start with, let's see. So I started with one. This was an initial sketch. And then I said, okay, so now I got my idea for my walrus. Then I got my zine laid out. But I had a whole nother zine. I have a whole nother zine I want to do, but it doesn't fit the criteria. So yeah, so this is my sketch for my zine. I really like my walrus. So yeah. All right. So there's that going on. And yeah. Let's see. Then I haven't seen Flo in here yet either, but Flo sent me a nice card and some channel support and a nice note. So thank you, Flo. I love that. Quiet time in a bottle. I love that. So thank you, Flo. I love that. So let's see. I might send Flo a sticker. Let me get another sip of the walrus. We'll see. I got to get the zine done first, Raul. Then I might make a walrus sticker. Thanks, Tina. All right. So I think Miriam sent me something. Let me see what she sent me here. She messaged me something here. Where did she message it though? It's not there. Where did you? I missed where you messaged it to me. What's it on? It's not on Messenger. I saw Miriam pop up here. Let's see, is it Facebook? Where did you send me, Miriam? Where did you send that to me? Because I don't see where it popped up. Messenger, by Messenger, okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So Miriam sent Dexter the Invisible Horse. Came to visit. Oh, let's see. Came to visit Dexter. Oh, the unicorn came to visit Dexter. Not today, Zippy. Not today. And then said, I want to get in. Okay, but you are not going to see nothing different inside. The invisible horse. I told you so. That's cute, Miriam. That's cute. Yeah, for those of y'all that didn't see, I did this real quick on Christopher's Saturday stream for his brother-in-law, John. Let's see here. Where should I go to? Photos, maybe, and videos. I'm trying to find the best, easiest way to show it without going on to, there we go. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. So that's Zippy the unicorn for those of y'all that have seen him before. So that's on my YouTube shorts. Hi, Arlene. And I think Arlene did something really cool. Sorry, guys. Well, sorry, not sorry. I'm never sorry to share things with y'all. So if it takes a minute, well, you need to be here. If you're a lurker and you want to share your stuff, get in here, people. Get in here. All right, let's see. Let me go to Arlene on IG. Because I thought I saw her post something. Might have to step out in the hall. Let's see. Oh, here. No, I showed that. I showed this one. This little doll last week, but I thought she did something else, but maybe not. Maybe not. I thought I saw something else that she did over the weekend, but let's see. Hi, Aunt Beck. Aunt Beck showed, speaking of lots of journals, I don't think Aunt Beck quite has me beat in the journal department, but she's close. No. Hang on, guys. Let me go get something. Hang on. Honey or something. I don't eat breakfast, and but I usually try to have a bite of banana or some kind of bite of banana walnut. So something because my throat is not working first thing. Hang on. While I'm chewing this, let me go to my photos. All right. So Aunt Beck showed a bunch. She did like a review. How many did you show, Aunt Beck? 20 something? She showed 20 something of her journals and made a list of them and what she needs to finish in them. So it was kind of cool. Yes, Leona, I know. Tina's down there too. Tina's closer to Tampa where the hurricane's supposed to actually hit. All right. So let me show y'all some pictures. So right where I'm sitting here is my table, and there's the top part of my build. So I got those journals up there, and these are all my ATCs, my artist trading cards. Those are all my artist trading cards in those binders. Then I got this shelf by my door. These are all sketchbooks and art journals. So you can see all those. And then these up here at the top are too deep. Those are all my old desk journals. Those are too deep up at the top. Then I got this shelf. This is my little cart of Traveler's Notebook. This is my Traveler Notebook cart. So I got two shelves, and those are double. Those are doubled up too. So I thought maybe we might go through some of these today if we have time. So there's my cart. There's all my papers over here, my large sheets of paper there and there. Then we got behind, this is one of my big lights here. So I can't show you half the shelf because the light is blocking me from photographing it. But there's all these. Then that's under the shelf, and you can't see the bottom shelf, but there's that shelf. Then there's this shelf here. Then this is some of my rubber stamps down there, but I got those up here. Then I got this up on top, and these are all Society of Idea Collector notebooks. And then here starts my collage stuff. And then there's more of my collage stuff. Then there's this shelf. That's all art journals and sketchbooks. I think that's it. So this whole room is art journals, sketchbooks, and that kind of thing. All my art books are in the other room. Although I did buy one other book this week. Well, I actually got a couple, but I got this one for Samantha. I got her the blacklight posters. Her room is all completely covered with artwork, and she may like one or two of these. So I got her this. It just reminded me of, the 70s, late 60s, early 70s. So I got her this art poster. I got her this. And then I did buy myself this book, which from Cameron, who doesn't take all his books. A lot of his books are still here because he has a small, not a lot of shelf space where he lives. But he always takes a lot of books, but he didn't take his kids' books. So when he was, 10, 11, whatever, I bought him all the books, the Jeff Smith Bone books. Is Marsh still here? He'll appreciate this. And Marsh, I got to ask you something too. Hold on, Marsh, don't leave because I got to ask you something. I have it in my Amazon cart, so hang on. But I got this at Books A Million. I have all of the individual Bone books that I bought for Cameron when he was like 9, 10, I forget. But this, it's the complete, wait for it. The complete Bone Jeff Smith. So I got my own copy. So Cameron never takes his set of the Bone books. I have my own set. So yeah, I got that. But anyway, so at Marsh's show when was it? Last week? I forget what day it was. But anyway, let me go over to my Amazon. So Marsh showed this, or somebody talked about it, and Marsh looked it up. Marsh looked it up on his Amazon. Let me go to my orders here. And he said he was going to buy it. It looked good, and I'd like to read it. And then, Marsh, if you did not order it, I will send this to you after I read it. Okay, it's supposed to be here before September 1st. So, Marsh, if you did not buy this, then I'll send it to you. The Eisner Miller book. Yes, I know it's bigger than War and Peace, but I think it'll be more fun to read, Shaz. So, did you order this for yourself, Marsh? Hi, Jane. Hi, Jane. So, let me know if you did not order it because I think there was only a couple left. So, I will read it and send it to you if you did not get it. Yes, it is. And, having read the individuals, the individual Bone books, but not this is the complete. It's all in one. So let's see. I'll wait and see if Marsh answers me. He might have to go check his cart. Did I order it? Did I not order it? Let me pour a little more water in my lemon water ice. So I don't know. Did he answer? He's not answering me. Marsh, are you checking? Oh my gosh. So while he's looking and I'm waiting to see his answer, I'll show y'all this. So this is Catozology. Catozology. He said he ordered the book. Okay. Thanks, Tina. I missed it. Thank you, Tina. He has. Okay. He did order it. Okay. Well, I wanted to read it too, but I figured if he did not order it, I'd send it to him after I read it. So, okay, Marsh. So I got this nice little note from Rainbow Griffin. Hi, Dee Dee. I did it again, but I promise it's the last time. She finds these things. I found this coloring book that I got at a local festival. It has that cute and creepy vibe that I thought you would enjoy. Best, Rainbow Griffin. And so look how cute this is. Oh, you're welcome, Marsh. I know, Marsh. Marsh is one of my old online buddies. Let's see him, and let's see. Well, my first really online like video, YouTube and Ustream was Julie Topaz. Janet goes way back. I think she's in the second year because I've been on streaming for 13 years. and Marsh is way on back there. Jeff Lafferty's way on back there. Um, uh, Jonathan Biker. Who else? Artistic Biker. But anyway, so I know, right? The cat squatch, right? Well, so we might color in this, and I'm also going to, yeah, I don't know if this is on Amazon. This is, it says pickledpunksblush.com, and it's 2019. Isaac Bidwell. So yeah, she said she got it at a festival. So you might have to go to Pickled Punks Blush if you really want it right there. Pickled Punks. Pickled Punks Plush. I put splush. Splush. It's Pickled Punks Plush. I put it all together. See, I sound things out. Yeah. So let's see. Put it in caps, guys, if you're talking to me. All right. So there's cat squat, moth meow, cantaloupe, Katniss monster, cactus. Let's see, what is this? Oh, Spyper, caterpillar, caterfly, meow USA. Medusa. I was going USA. See, I sound like I was phonetics. Hooked on phonics work for me most of the time. Meowdusa. I looked at the picture and saw all the snakes. Pegapus for cat, Pega. Yeah. Catacorn, twinsies, catfish, scaredy cat, grim kitty, smarty cat. I love that one. I'm gonna have to do this. Might have to do Smarty Cat. I like Smarty Cat. Circus Cat. Meowsers the Mystic. I like that one too. Cat Melon. Cat me melon. Man, I'm not getting this one. Cat Hulu, this creature. So anyway, I thought that was fun. So if we color one, maybe we'll do the Smarty Cat. I like that one because of the glasses, Hi, Riri. Let's see, who else am I missing? Chameleon Cat. Okay. Thank you, Jane. Patricia. So, yeah. So, thank you so much for thinking of me, Rainbow Griffin, and sending me that. I do like this, too. I'll have to do that one for Hubster. All right. Then I showed you the paint pens. And again, they're just like Posca, but very, very fine point. I showed you that. Let's see. All right. So let me show you and I want to show you these zine things. Let me show you what I got at Hobby Lobby last Thursday. Janet, I was adulting. I didn't open any of it. Janet always accuses me of adulting when I don't use something until I show it to you. Sometimes I do. I did swatch the pins. So yeah. So I only got these two, and I got these for a Barbie project. So let me go ahead and open these real quick. The ribbon was not on clearance. It was just 40% off. So I got these. I'm going to make a Barbie vest out of this. That'll be an easy Barbie vest to make, especially with the wire in it. So I got that. Is my camera is it too bright? Let's turn the brightness down just a little. There we go. And then there's something wrong with me. And then I got this one just because I think it'll be a good trim on some Barbie stuff. So or on my prayer pouches too, because it says fringe. Look how pretty that is. This would be nice on the prayer pouches. So I got that. So those were 40% off, or maybe 50. I'm not sure. 40 or 50% off. So the rest of this is all clearanced out. They had a lot of the Tim Holtz on clearance. They had a lot of stamps, stamp pads, the wooden stamps. Most of all that was already gone, including most of the Tim Holtz stuff. By the time because like I said, I didn't get to Hobby Lobby. I usually go on a Tuesday, but because I had the kids here Tuesday and Wednesday, we didn't go. So, so a lot of stuff was already sold out. Although I don't need any stamp pads. I don't need any wooden stamps. Y'all know how many stamps I got. And I really didn't need much in the Tim Holtz department anyway. But I got these little boxes because I don't see Colleen or Kathy here right now. But Colleen's going to do these big boxes. Now, y'all have seen me do the little ones. They're in the other room. I can go get them if you want. The little shadow boxes that are 8x8. I got, I don't know how many of those when they went on clearance. And I think I've done about 8 boxes. I've given away a few of them, but I've done a few of those 8x8 deep shadow boxes with the little gnome houses collage and some of these kind of flowers and stuff. And so that's why I got some of this stuff for my little 8x8 boxes. But this one was what reminded me of the Colleen one. She's doing the bigger boxes, like Tim Holtz type boxes, but they're shallow. These are very shallow. I bought a lot of the deeper ones, but I thought maybe I might do a little quick project with this. Oh, okay. So Marsha's having Jim Lujan on tomorrow at 7. So y'all make a note of that. That's going to be awesome, Marsh. I'll try to be there since I mod for you. I'll try to be there at 7. Because a lot of times you're on at 5:30. I guess you're a little later because Jim is on the West Coast. So anyway, yeah, I'll try to be there for you, Marsh. So if y'all don't follow, oh my gosh, sorry guys, my voice is not working this morning. So yeah, I'll try to be there. So let's see. Yeah, well, I did the 8x8 deep ones, Tina. I don't have one in here right now, but I can go get one if anybody wants to see it. But anyway, so I got this. This was Tim Holtz. It's normally $9.49. I got it for $2.37. So these are, y'all should save your silicone little packs. Don't your animals get them. But these are good for a lot of things. Look up what can you do with silicone gel packs. There's a lot of things that those can be used for. Okay, so let's take this out and see what we got here. All right, did this come apart? Or did I break it? Did I break it? I think, or is it, I'm not sure. Is it supposed to be in pieces? I don't know. Maybe that's why they're on sale. I don't know. It's no big deal to glue them back together, but I think yeah, they did. They fell apart. So anyway, we'll use a little one if we do it. Or I can just glue this one back on. Yeah, let's glue this one back on. Let's do that real quick. Hang on, because if we do one, this is a good size. All right, let's just glue this back real quick. Hang on, guys. I'll just glue it. I'm not going to get out the Gorilla Glue. I'm just going to, let's see, is that on the top right there? So let's glue this back on. I'm glad I didn't pay $10 for it. It's okay. It's not hard to glue back together. All right, so let's put it back in there. All right, we'll let it sit for a minute. All right, there we go. I don't have a clamp in here, but I think maybe we'll be good. All right, so we'll let that sit. All right, so that's the vignette box. All right, let's see. Well, you have plenty of glue. Yes, I do. And I don't use my happy planners for planners. I don't do planning, but I use my happy planners for other books and things. And this is some nice dividers. I actually have used this divider, and I have multiple happy planners too for different, not for planning. Because like I said, I don't plan, but I like the happy planner system for other things. So these were marked down from I don't know what they were originally. I don't see the original price unless it's under that sticker. I don't see it. No. Anyway, it was marked down to $1.74, I think. Oh, here it is. $6.99. Normally $6.99. So I really like this because it's space, right? So I got these. I like these for their dividers. Dividers in the Happy Planner. So it goes like that. So I got that. And then the other three other Tim Holtz things I got were hopefully intact. There you go. You'd be able, yes. So these I use for not necessarily Tim Holtz, but these were just because they were on clearance. They're normally, I don't know, they're marked down to $1.49. So they're these buckle like things, like I don't know, could be used for. Well, they could be used for a lot of things, but I bought them for the prayer scrolls. Like here, let me show you. These kind of things that I do. I got two different sizes, but I use different. It doesn't matter the sizes, but I have different hooks and latches for the prayer scrolls. And so I thought these would be good. They had more than one set. I left them for whoever else wanted them. I didn't need that many. So I got those little you know, can be fabric holders, if you will. So let's put those over here. And then these right here are just some like adornments, flourishes, and they're normally $7.99 for $1.99. Again, they can be used on boxes, you know, different flourishes. So maybe I'll use one on the box that's over there drying right now. I think that would be kind of cool. So we'll put that aside. Then these I got, of course, for Barbie. They're barrels. And they're normally, I don't know how much normally they are, but I got them for $1.24, two little buckets. They're little, I'm considering them Barbie buckets. I have an idea for a Barbie pumpkin thing I'm going to do in October. So, yeah, Barbie buckets for $1.24. All right, so let's see. What else did I get here? Am I still with the tour here? I know the scrolls are pretty, Tina. Hi, Pacola. Oh, my voice. I got to get my voice going. I don't talk. There's Flo. Hi, Flo. I got your nice card and your channel support. Do you have a sticker you would like? Any particular sticker? I'll send you one. Thank you for my card. I love the quiet time bottle. Oh, quiet time. Thank you, Flo. If you have a sticker you would particularly like, let me know. Oh, they're way too small for bathtubs. Angie, Barbie's not that small. Let's see. Paula loves art. Anybody else I might have missed coming in? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys, about my voice. Let's see. I'm upgrading my StreamYard. Your vids are so clear. Thank you. Well, I'm going to tell you, I do have 1080p with StreamYard because I have the paid version. But let me show you, Marsh. This is you want to know the real trick to good streaming? Hang on. Let me take a picture. Hang on. All right. Here's the real trick to good streaming. I have two of these. Now, of course, you're not going to hardly see anything behind it because they're so bright. These studio lights. This one and this one. This one is literally 2 feet over my shoulder. And they're about, I don't even know. Oh, I know. Wait for it. My dollar investment. They are 2 feet by 2 feet. I got two 2-foot giant lights that have bright bulbs in them. I mean, they've got the cloth screen over them. But if you're going to invest in something, I would suggest any streamer that wants to invest in anything, it's lights. Plus, I have right over the computer right here, right over my screen, I have a big circle, a ring light this big. And then I make sure I turn off my overhead light because the overhead light will put a glare on it. So don't use an overhead light. Use a side lights, like the side eye. And so yeah, that's I think personally, I think that's the trick to good streaming is lighting. So there you go. Yes, let's see. I didn't know that Flo. What did Flo say? The Queen of Paper pattern. Let's see. I would love the owl. The owl with the hat. The hat he's wearing has a Celtic knot. Okay. The Celtic knot owl. Okay. I'm going to write that down, Flo. Owl. I know which one it is. Okay. All right, Flo. On the way, girl. On the way. Put that over here with my little notes. Let's see. You always get a glare and shadows. Well, the glare is because overhead. Well, and you got to realize too, guys, I don't know how everybody else has their camera set up. I'm fancy. Let me show y'all how fancy. And I know y'all mostly know this. Hang on. Let me take a picture. If I can get a good angle because it's going to show. Here, let's try that. Okay. So, because behind it, my black camera with black behind it, it doesn't show up very well, but this will show, I think. All right. So here is my camera set up. My camera is hanging from a yardstick with a gorilla arm. This is how I stream. I'm looking up at my camera right here, looking up at my camera. It is hanging from a yardstick. The yardstick is tucked up under some books to weight it down. So this is weighted down. It's hanging down over the table. Now, one of the other benefits of doing this is not touching my table. When you stream and your camera, if you have it on a tripod and it's on the table, if you jiggle your table, you're going to jiggle your camera. This is not attached to my table in any way. It's into the bookshelf, right? It's up under in the books. And then it just hangs down. It's clipped. The wires, I have wires go back around this way and in behind my computer right here. So, no, actually it was mine. Hubster he had somebody that was selling those big lights. And he said, Mom, my wife might want those. Let me ask her. So he bought both those lights for $50. Which if you know how much those lights can be. Now, you don't have to have the most expensive big lights, but you do need big lights. You know, you do need a lot of light. But no, he doesn't do anything. Let me tell y'all this story if you've not heard it. When I first got my first computer, one of those big ones that are like an old-timey TV monitor ones, I think it was back in, I don't know, early 90s, right? So he got me a computer, and I'll tell you, because I'd gone back to college. I'd gone back to school. And so I needed a computer, but I'll tell you that story in a minute too. We'll just do a little story time, shall we? And then we'll go back over to this. So he got me my big computer, and back then they were expensive, you know. I mean, it was my combination birthday, Mother's Day, Christmas, any kind of thing for a year. That was my gift for a year because it was over $2,000. That was $2,500 back then, right? And so he plugged it in for me because I needed an email, and I'll tell you the email story in a minute when I went back to school. So he plugged it in, and he set up AOL for me, and he goes, "There you go." And I said, what's that little red X in the corner do? He goes, you'll figure it out. But within a couple days, I really wanted to get on chat rooms like IRC and different things and talk to people around the world. So a couple days later, I was in there configuring, and because it's not as easy as it is now. You just push a button and there you go. You had to do a little bit more work back in the day. 30 years ago, you had to do a little bit more configuring, but I figured it out because I wanted to. So anyway, I figured out what the little red X in the corner meant. So I said all that to say, Tina, no, he does not do anything for me in here except throw me some equipment. So, well, there you go. But anyway, when I went back to school, I was in my 30s when I went back to college. And of course, everybody else is 17, 18, 19, 20, and no, a lot of y'all have heard this story already. So I went back to school, and I went back to school for journalism with a minor in art. And so I'm in a writing class. I forget what it's been. I don't remember the names of the class, but anyway, it was my first semester back to school. And I'm one that I'm not afraid. I don't get embarrassed easy. If y'all know some of my stories, I don't get embarrassed easy. When you fall off your roller skates because you're laughing at somebody else, and the wheels go rolling by you, and you go, ha ha ha, and you got a voice as loud as mine, and you go, ha ha ha, look, there goes somebody's wheel. Bam! It was mine. You get over being embarrassed. So I just don't get embarrassed very easily. So I'm going to sit in the very front row, of the class. So in that class, they were all full in the front. So I had to sit in the very back. I was in the very back, and I hated being in the back. I want to be up there and like all involved and intense and engaged, So at the end of the class, the teacher said, okay, so everybody needs to go to the library and get their email set up. Now, remember, this is before I had the computer with the little red X in the corner. And, and I'm in the back on waving my hand, and she goes, yes. She looks at a roster. Yes, Miss Willingham. You have a question? I go, yes. Now, remember, I'm in the back of the room. My voice is projecting across the room. I said, yes. Where do we get the key to our email box? And all the young people in the class go laughing, hands over their mouth, giggling, sniggling. And she goes, go to the library and you'll see how it works. I go, okay. And I'd worked in offices for years with, the big mainframes and the computers and data entry kind of stuff. I'd done all that kind of stuff, but that was before the internet, right? That was before email and before the internet, when I had used all these computers. So I wasn't afraid of computers per se, putting in the main, all that stuff. But it was before the internet and email. Yes. You know what though, Jane? I'll tell you. Those young people really appreciated me because they would come to me and ask me to edit their papers, because I was real good at English, writing, and that's why I went for journalism. And so anyway, they'd come to me, can you edit my paper? And I said, as long as you don't mind that red pen, because I will tell you like it is. And they go, no, tell us. So I would edit a lot of their papers, and they helped me get through algebra. Because algebra, I love geometry because it's visual. Algebra, not so much, because nobody could explain it to me. I would say, explain algebra to me. All these young kids that just got out of high school and had algebra, right? They all knew algebra. And I said, explain it to me. They go, you don't need to learn anything. Just memorize the formulas. I go, I don't want to just memorize the formulas. I want to understand it. I want to know it. I want to understand what I'm learning. And they go, well, we just memorize the formulas. But I help them with their English, Anyway, to this day, I still don't understand algebra, but I love geometry. Let's see. Well, those big mainframes, the big mainframes, Tina, with the big computer printouts. I used to work with those. I was a claims adjuster for a while, and we get these big. Remember, I've moved over 30 times in my life and probably had half as many jobs. They print out those big, wide, green and white, this thick, big printouts, and that's how you adjusted claims. Or in a lot of, I don't know how they do things now. It's all on computer now. You don't probably have printout of anything, but we'd have to go through all those big stacks of green, huge paper. Go through and edit those big pay. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah. You were the class mom. Yeah, see, that's what I was too, Jane, the class mom. But anyway, so all right, let's get back. So there's a couple of my stories, and everybody can laugh. You all can laugh at me. It's okay. One of my first jobs in Martin Marion, work in the miscellaneous department. We had, yeah. See, I don't, but well, I won't get into another story. We'll stop now. Okay, so let's get back to our Hobby Lobby haul. So a lot of the washi tapes, this was normally $22.99, and I have a lot of washi tapes that are all patterned and stuff, and I do have a few solid colors, but these are so they're so versatile to have the washi tape in solid colors. Laugh with me. That's right, Tori, and good morning. I don't mind laughing at myself. I don't. And that's one thing, I try to teach the kids, the grandkids, you don't get embarrassed. Don't be, I told y'all the story of Hubster when the kids were teenagers, had a big slumber party, and some of the snooty girls were at the party. And, they would get embarrassed if they didn't have the right clothes or the car, whatever. Not they didn't have cars themselves until way later, but driving in, we had an old pickup truck at one time, and they would get embarrassed, and that's normal. But that day, Hubster, that morning after the summer party, he started up the lawnmower. He was dressed in a white sleeveless t-shirt, plaid shorts, knee-high black socks, and what are those shoes called that are like, dressed in the dress shoes, and went out and mowed the yard. Loud. It was loud. And of course, all the girls are looking out the window and said, "That's your dad?" They get over it. Anyway, he did it to make a point. He doesn't really dress like that, but he did it to make a point. Y'all are going to get over yourselves. So this is normally $22.99 for $5.74. So yeah, $5.74 for all those colors of washi tape. Okay, so let's keep moving on here. So then the flowers. Now again, I like these flowers in my little shadow boxes where I'm doing the little deep shadow boxes with the gnome houses. I can go get one if you've not seen it, but if you've seen it, I don't really want to go get one out of the other room right now, but right? And I mean, they're both the girls have become very successful. They've really done a lot with their lives, and I'm really proud of both of them. Okay, so these are Prima. Well, let's see. This is a paper studio. This is a Prima. Got a couple Prima. These two are Prima, and these are normally $5.99, $5.49. They were on sale for $1.37 and $1.49. So I got these two flowers, and again for the shadow boxes. And then these are the paper studio, which these go on sale. These go on sale like every third week. So you can get these 40% off like every third week. They're normally $6.99. I got them each for $1.74. So, they're dimensional flowers. So I got those for the shadow boxes. Same thing for these. Yeah. There you go, Christopher. I know, right? those kind of lessons, but it does take time to do that. You know, it takes the time. You gotta take the time to do those things. All right, so these are all normally $6.99 for these flowers, and these are awesome in shadow boxes. And they were marked down to $1.74. So I got these right here. Again, there's tons of them, and I didn't buy more than I think I'm going to really use in those shadow boxes. And I think I'm going to do this one should be dry shortly. And I think I'm going to make a little something, something in this. If you want to see some new, some shallow ones, Colleen, CK Art, Colleen, not to be confused with CK or Chris Kalu. That comes here, but CK Art is Colleen. She changed her name to CK Art, and she and Kathy stream alternate their channels on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. If Pacola wants to put in a link, Pacola mods for them as well, and put in a link for their channels. So we'll maybe do a little quick project in there. I got this leather here because, I like making some Barbie vest and leather stuff for Barbie. Normally $4.99 for $1.24. So there's some leather strips for making Barbie stuff. And then these, you can always use string and this kind of stuff. This is normally $7.99, marked down to $3.99 for all these strings, right? They're good for lots, they're good for anything, tying up journals or whatever. So that's what I got at Hobby Lobby last Thursday. And yeah. So let's see here. If she wasn't way outside, he went in to find her. Okay, Tina. You want to see a shadow? You haven't seen my shadow boxes, Leah? All right, let me go. Hang on. Let me go in the other room. Okay, I got some books around them right now, so I'll have to pull them out later. So I don't want to take too much time away from the stream. So I'll make a note to pull them for Wednesday's stream. Pull shadow boxes. I'll do that I'll do that for Wednesday. So I don't want to take the time to move things around while I'm streaming. So I just thought they were going to be right there and I could get right at them. Okay, so let's hi Jeff. Thank you, Pacola. If I miss anything going on, just put it in caps. So all right, so I want to cut these down. These are CK in Mexico as opposed to CK Art Colleen. Let me get a knife here. And I want to, do I have a, let me get a cutting mat here. So let's cut down. Don't look at my mat, Janet. So I'm going to fold these. I haven't, I just printed them out 8.5 by 11. So they may not be perfectly printed. They may not be perfectly printed, but I'll show you how, when you print them, how you cut them and fold them. All right, so you're going to fold after you print. Oh, let me get one here. Where's my sample? I have a sample right here. Hang on. And then if you want to be a part of the zine swap, as long as you think you can get it to Janet by October 1st, that's about what, 5 weeks away or so, a little less, maybe 4 weeks. You're willing to, you can participate still. So, but CK Art, I mean, Chris in Mexico can't participate because of the mail system there. So she just sent me a couple of her zines just to, show y'all. And so she's not in it. Oh, there she is. She's lurking. Shh. There she is. She's lurking. So I'm going to cut hers down to just show you how to fold and cut them. And here's one of my sample ones. But when you cut and fold them, you see how when you fold them, things are upside down. So you have to be careful when you, as you can see here, this side's upside down. You have to be careful how you lay it out so that you don't print stuff out and then you fold it up and half of it's upside down. All right, so what you do, you fold your paper in half. I recommend making you a sample before you start doing the art. You fold it in half. Let me do one at a time. Fold it in half again, fold it in half again, and open it up. So now you've got it looking like this. Okay, so you've got 8 panels. Thank you, Pacola. Thank you so much. I do have in my community tab, I did put another book. I post books every week on the community tab. Go down about 2 or 3 weeks and you'll see the zine swap info. Now you have to click on it to get the whole amount because it says read more. You'll have to, just gives you a sentence or something. So you got to read more. All right. So now what I'm going to do, and you really should use a ruler, to cut this straight. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut the 2 middle panels. And you can fold it and do it with scissors. You can fold it and do it with scissors like this, cut it with scissors, but I'm just going to show so you can see where you get it, you cut it. So you cut it right down those 2 middle, you cut right, oops, right down the middle like that. Okay, I did a little ding right there. And then what you do is you fold it and you kind of go like this. You kind of make it into, like this. And then you just smash everything down, fold it all, go find the front. Here's the front. Take your time, use a bone folder, or mash everything down really well. So there, she made this is the mini color book. Now let's do the same thing again. So I've already folded this in half once. Now you're going to fold it in half again. Fold it in half again. Take your time so it's neat. Let's move this out of the way here. Open it up. And you're going to cut down the 2 middle. Oh, my voice is really not behaving today. So I'm going to cut down the 2 middle. I think I really need to change my blade. I'm going to go like this. So you're going to go like that. And just fold it all up. And take your time and do it neatly. All right, so let's look at her 2 zines. Did you hear that, Janet? You said you should use a ruler. Yeah. So she made 2 different ones. She made a mini coloring book. Mini color book. And so you just go like this. This one's just a little color book. Shows how to fold and cut one on the back. And this one's a mini color book with cats, volume 2. So this is so cute. Look at all the cat paws going after the little mouse. So cute. These are awesome, CK. I call her CK, it's Chris. And then again, there's how to fold it on the back. So that's how your zines are made and folded. And you can make them black and white. You can make them color. Mine's going to be color because one of my prompts was lime green. So, and I showed y'all here's my, there's my sketch for my idea. This is going to be my idea because my prompts were walrus, musical instrument, and lime green. So this is one of my sketches. I got more in here too, but anyway, that's I got to get to work on mine. I got to get to work on my zine. So thank you, Chris. These are going to go into my zine box. Let's just take a minute because we're talking zines. Oh no, hang on. These need to go in there too. Got a bunch of Franks still sitting here too. And then I got Terry Brett's in here, so I got to put that in here. So this one's a little bigger. I might want a Frank's. I hope it'll fit in here. So this is the box Janet made me. It's a zine box, and she literally made the box, like built the box from scratch. So these are not every zine I have in my collection, but it's most of them. Let's see if that'll fit back here in the back. I might get a little smashed. I think I'll keep it in the other little, like some of the magazines, the little zines that are a little bigger. I'll keep that one separate. I'm going to put Terry's in here. So I do have quite a few. I'm going to show Janet's. I'm not going to read them all, but I'm going to show Janet's because she says, you have more of my zines than I have. And I think I put them all to the front. I can't say for certain. There's Terry Brett's. I read that last week. And let's see, did I pull them all? I think I got them all here at the front now. So I'm going to put Chris's right here in the front too. So I'm going to show you, these are the zines I have from Janet. You ready, Janet? This is fun. I love having my zines. I got a lot of Marsha's art as well over the years. Okay, so, and some of the envelope, like I know that the milk carton one, where's the one that goes with that? Here it is. The ugly duckling one goes with the milk carton. And so there's that one, Janet. We'll just go through them real quick. The trick or treat with the little ghosties. Let's see, the International Fibs Gazette. And this has got a roadkill in it. Oh my gosh. The Mother Goose Quiz Answers and the Mother Goose Quiz Zine. So this was her Mother Goose. She did quizzes. She did 25 questions that you had to answer about Mother Goose, and then she gave you the answers. Oh, and then here's How Mother Goose Savvy Are You? She made the envelope for that as well. So let's keep that together. Okay. Are you paying attention, Janet? Then she has the Inspiration Studio. This one is dedicated to Barb Owen. So she has one. There's a picture that she drew Barb Owen and her cats. So that was dedicated to Barb. This is Coffee and Art Times. This is my birthday wish. Samantha, Cam and Boo both were looking at these when they were here last week. And Samantha read this one. She goes, oh my gosh, if someone made that for me, I would cry. So there's my birthday. This one's not Janet's, that's somebody else's. Let's keep them all together. Coffee and Art in the Morning, Sock Monkey Sentinel. So she always does them like newspapers, right? They're like little news. And this, by the way, is her handwriting. Janet that's her handwriting. with the technical pen. So this one was the Sock Monkey Sentinel. Oh, this one again was Jane. That was what do you call it? Lucy Jane's. That's Lucy Jane's. Okay, then this one was is this Janet's too? Is this one yours, Janet? Yeah. This was a Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty before the wall. So this was Janet's Humpty Dumpty before the wall. Then we have the Monkey Island Inquirer. And so this is another one with the newspaper. And then this one she had done this for another friend of hers years ago, I think. And she just made sure I had a copy of that one. Monkey Island. This was another, here's the, here. Monkey Island information has arrived. She put it in a little envelope, and this was all about Monkey Island and the different animals that are on Monkey Island and her house and her lake. And so there's some of Janet's art there. That one. Then the Praying Mantis Coconut Telegraph. I love this one. I love the one. I love this one. So this was a prompt one that she did. I forget what the prompts were. She got the Praying Mantis, and I think Hawaii and something else. Then this is 3P Press, Purely Priceless Prose. And this is the Circle of Life tale. This is the one with the pumpkin. Then she has the Monster Menagerie. And this one is, this is a copy, and I've not cut and folded this one. So these are all her little monsters and little stories about each one. Like, let's read this one, Krug. Despite never having worn a stitch, in spite of it never having worn a stitch of clothing in his life, Krug is a children's clothing designer. His crowning achievement is the notorious brand Underoos, a personal favorite of this writer. My mother always said, clean Underoos daily. So she has little stories for each one of these. I love this one. And then she had a little envelope, the monsters who's who for that one. And then the quotable quarterly. This one is this was some of her snark. This is some of Janet's snark. I haven't seen you since that time. I hoped I'd never see you again. Be bold or italic, never regular. I don't want to seem like I think I'm always right, but I am. And that's why it comes across that way. Love these, Janet. Thou shalt not whine. Caution, mood swing in progress. Oh, really? You know what that sounds like? Not my problem. I'm sorry. I don't remember ordering a glass of your opinion. I ate healthy, exercise today. I better frickin' wake up skinny. As long as everything's exactly the way I want, I'm totally flexible. And all these backgrounds, guys, she drew all those Zentangles. These are all Zentangles that Janet drew in the background. So there you go, Janet. I think that's all of them. I think that's all your zines that I have. So if you're missing any, let me know. I'll make you copies in my zine box. Janet is the queen. She's the queen of snark, and she's also the queen of Zentangles and zines. Zines and Zentangle. Okay, so there we go. There's the zines. So, and again, I have more up there, but some of them are just a little bigger than that size, so they're not in there. Then, from Christopher, I'm going to have to cut this down now. I'll just use scissors because I'm not folding this one. So Christopher made this one page, and you can rearrange it in different ways. So I'm just going to cut it down. Let's just cut it down and see what happens. Let's just see what story accidentally comes down to. I'm going to cut them all down, and we'll just see what happens. He made this to be interchangeable. I don't know how interchangeable he actually made it to be, but we're going to see. So I'm going to cut these down, and let's just see what happens here. Jen, let's see. If I'm missing anything, guys, just say it again. Put it in caps if you're talking to me, because I will miss some stuff. Chat does zoom by, but I'm not trying to miss anybody. All right, so let's look at these. I'll leave this here, even though Janet will say, "Get out, clean that up." But yeah, Miriam did one of these also. She did. Did I show Miriam's? I'm not sure. Did she do one to? I did. I showed her. I showed her Invisible Horse. Is that what we're talking about? All right, so let's just see what happens. Oh, well, it starts out. Where do I start? I'm just going to read them. Should I shuffle them? Let's shuffle them a little bit. Let's see what happens. And if anybody wants any prompts, let me know. If you want 3 prompts just to make something with, you don't have to be in the zine swap. But if you want 3 prompts just to make some kind of a comic or a poem or a song or a doodle or a drawing, let me know. I know, right? Exactly. Yeah, it's 1 page. Okay, so here we go. They're all mixed up. I have no idea where they're going to fall. Where do I start? This makes me laugh. I'll take you through it once again. Sometimes you have to kick butt. Can I get in trouble for this? I've been kicked. It's not fun. I don't know what you will think. I like to do my own thing. This is how I see things. So you can find all different ways to do this. Isn't that cool, though? I love that. I love that, Christopher. Okay, let's see. Terry said she wants some prompts. Okay. Let me get a mix here. And I'll pull a little handful. All right, here we go. So I'm going to pull these, stack them up, and see what you get. I love that. It's just so clever to be able to move them around, Christopher. Okay. This over here. All right. So, Terry Brett, I didn't see if you wanted 1 or 2 sets. Hi, Kimberly. Prompts. Okay, let's see. 3. Why do you keep holding the cap down there? All right, you just want 3. All right, here we go. Let's take them off the top. Shrimp. Graveyard. And Ironworks. 1 set. There you go. Hi, Kat. Anybody else? You want 3, Marsh? Okay. All right. There you go, Terry. Shrimp, Graveyard, and Ironworks. And if anybody wants just to practice and try this, just, use somebody else's. Now, if you post anything, though, if you post that something you've made with the prompts, just put the 3 prompts in your description so we know what you've used. It doesn't matter if you want to use somebody else's, that's fine. But you'll just let us know what 3 words you used. Okay, Marsh, here you go. Marsh, you ready? You want to swap Ironworks. Okay. Terry does enough. I let her swap. Now, if you get into the zine swap that's due October 1st, if you get into that, there's no swapping. But Terry does so many of these, and sometimes she gets the same ones. So I'm going to put that on the bottom here. She won't, I let her swap some out. Okay. Stripes. There you go. How's that, Terry? Okay, so here we go. And Linda Rentz wants some. Okay, Marsh, here's yours. Ready, Marsh? Farmer, Lizard, and Vines. Okay, that's for Marsh. Here's Terry, Marsh, and Linda Rentz. Okay, Linda Rentz. Wings, garden tools, and light. Okay. There's Linda. So there's Linda, Marsh, Terry. If anybody else wants any, let me know. And I will pull you 3. Let's see. You rearrange. Oh, you rearrange Chris. Okay, let me see, Miriam. Let me see. Messenger. Okay. Okay, it's not wanting to load. I'll have to go out in the hall. It's not loading. There it goes. Okay. Nope. Hang on. Let me go out in the hall. My phone does not load well in this room. Okay, there we go. As long as I walk out in the hall, it's fine. All right, let me see. Does anybody else want any prompts? Amira. Okay, so I'm going to move all these off now. I'm going to put these in the bag so nobody else gets them while the zine swap is going on. All right, Amira, here you go. Okay, Jen. All right, Amira, pond, jacket, and spider. There you go, Amira. And Crafty Kitty Jen, whale, purple, and car. Let's get that off there. Okay. All right. So there you go. Amira, there's your 3. Crafty Jen, there's your 3. And Miriam wants prompts. Okay, Miriam, fish scales, 3 colors, and sea cliff. You know, the cliff by the sea, the sea cliff. Fish scales, 3 colors, and sea cliff. Yeah, put it in caps, guys, if you're talking to me. Thank you, Pacola. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Christopher. It is fun, isn't it? All right. So anybody else want any? I'm going to put these in the bag just so we don't use them during the what do you call it? The zine swap. All right. No painters. All right, then let's see. Let me go back to my messenger. And so Miriam rearranged Christopher's, and hers came out this way. This makes me laugh. I like to do my own thing. Can I get in trouble for this? I'll take you through it once again. Where do I start? Sometimes you have to kick butt. I've been kicked. It's not fun. I don't know what you will think. This is how I see things. So Miriam, see it rearranged totally different. Awesome. I'm doing your second zine swap piece tomorrow. Okay. All right. Good, Christopher. I love watching you work. If y'all have not watched Christopher work, he does he streams every Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, and he's always doing mixed media, drawing, sketching, pen, pencil, paint, all kinds of mixed media. So there we go. All right. So, all right, let me keep moving on now. Let's see what else we're going to do today. I was working in this. I want to keep all these together. Let me put these together with I'm going to put these in my zine box too, just to keep them together. Let's see. I need a paper clip. Let me find a paper clip. All right. So we got a paper clip Christopher together there. All right. Let's see. Pull shadow boxes for Wednesday. Notes. Move the knife. Okay, got to make some room here. All righty, sip of water. Let's get the light. When you change from black, that's another thing when you're streaming, you change from light to dark, your light is going to change. Let me move this out of the way. So these colors seem to work well. Sometimes it takes a while to figure out what backgrounds work well, because black and white flash out your lighting. So let's back out there. Okay. Let's move this shiny ruler. All right. So I pulled this. I just started it. So this is just not much in here right now. So I just kind of just started this. And I'll keep those papers in there for now because I use, papers to if I paint anything so it doesn't make a mess. Let's see. Hi, Dot. Who else am I missing? Okay, so I put this together at the beginning of the year, but this is one of my always adding things to it because this is like some of my favorite things. So now it went dark again. All right, let's lighten it back up. Opened up the book from the black to the white. It's still a little dark. The other thing too is if you're streaming, regardless of whether you use StreamYard or whatever, I have the Logitech camera that I just showed y'all hanging down here. You have to download the software. If you want to zoom in, adjust your lighting, focus, if you want to do all that stuff, you have to have the camera software. It's not enough just to go to StreamYard and expect StreamYard's system to work for you. If you want to be able to, do zooms, if you want to be able to do brightness and darkness, if you want to be able to adjust that, if you want to adjust color, intensity, if you want to do auto white, if you want to do contrast, if you want to do, all that stuff, you have to have the Logitech. You have to have the Logitech software. It's free. Download it. And then how I do it, and Janet, I think as well, wait till you are on StreamYard. Okay. I'm just going to talk StreamYard because that's what I use. Wait till you're already in the room. When you go into your room, then open your camera settings. Okay, don't open your cameras. And maybe it doesn't matter. Seems to me it does. But wait till you're in your room in StreamYard and then open your Logitech or whatever. That's what I use, camera settings. And then you minimize your camera settings. And then you can just pop it back up and down from your screen. You can reopen it. You don't have to shut it down. You just keep it minimized, and then you can pop it up whenever you need to adjust anything. I hope that made sense. What book is this? This is a sketchbook. It's just a plain old sketchbook. Oh, I don't even know what brand it is. It's just a plain black sketchbook. Nothing fancy. Yeah. So yeah. So this is what I've glued all this stuff in. I've put in dots, colors. It's just things I like. This is just a things I like book. Yeah, well, Marsh, those are the tips. I mean, I'm willing to help anybody, with anything I know, and I don't do it perfectly either. I mean, there's people that will stream with, 4K cameras, and I showed it earlier. I don't know if you saw how my camera sits. Let me go. Here's my camera is hanging from a yardstick with the gorilla arm attached. It's like a little tripod, a little gorilla tripod, and it wraps around the yardstick and is facing down on my desk. There's my Snowball microphone is right there, right next to it. Here's my computer right next to it. The camera cord is just kind of clipped there, and then it goes back around, goes behind my desktop, as does my microphone. They just plug in right there. So yeah, it's really not fancy at all. It's the most basic things. So, but I think it's really the lighting. It's my big lights that lights up the room like Christmas in here. It's just like daylight in here. It's the lighting that makes the difference. Plus the settings. Again, see, I can brighten this up and kind of just keep it level depending. If I close this and it's a black, see how it flashed out again? That happens when you go from black to white, so you have to stop real quick, bring up your camera settings and adjust them, adjust them. Hi, April. So anyway, these are just things I like. Stamps, color combinations. See, look, things I like. These are some of the stickers from this book. I love this sticker book. John Darien. this sticker book. No, that's not it. Where's my John Darien? Oh, I don't know where my John Darien sticker book is right now. But I love my John Darien sticker books, and this is out of there. This is out of there. So this is just things I like. There's not really any sketching in here yet, I don't think, because I just readdressed this. I just kind of opened it back up because I felt like it. I just so I also added extra papers. I added brown papers, tone tan. I just glued them in. And I also added other paper, other smaller sketchbook, other paper. So I got different textures of paper. So I put two together. I wanted to paint on these. So you'll see as I go. All right. So again, these are my Jane Davenport layer cakes. These right here. There's 9 of them. And so that's what these are. I swatched out my layer cakes and put the names of her. She has the best names. Jane Davenport does have the best names for her stuff. So yeah, just put that in there. And hi, Julie Topaz. Good to see you. How's everything going? How's work? I said hi to April. Who else am I missing? So I just thought I'd show some of my, and I'm going to pull my little mini travelers, well, not mini, they're traveler size notebooks from last year, kind of show those and give you all some ideas. And then we might color. Oh, I got to remember, let me make a note of this. Hubster and I had a hankering for chicken pot pies. So at 11 a.m., I need to go put in the pot pies. Which is about 45, 50 minutes. So I made myself a note so I can go put in the pot pies so that when he gets home for lunch, we can have pot pies. I love postage stamps, color combinations, just whatever things I like is what's in here. All right. So, and sometimes if you put your hand up there, it helps to refocus as well. Yes, I know, right? Do you mean cakes that are layered, or do you mean the paints, sister? So anyway, so here's one of the brown papers I put in here. Here I recombine some carrots and butterflies. I like to do like recombining things because I love collage, right? So here's some more stuff, colors, stamps, color combinations. So here's what I'm doing with some of these papers that I inserted. Okay, so every few pages, I put in some extra sheets of paper that I'm just painting flat with flat acrylic paint. And because then I'll do stuff on these. But I thought I want some already painted pages. So I'm going through here's another thing, guys. When you don't feel inspired or you don't feel like doing anything, you don't know what to do. If you have a book like this, other than your Society of Idea Collector, where you're writing notes, should I show y'all the other book that I'm not done reading yet? Or should I finish reading it first and then share it with you? Because I'm reading, I'm always reading a bunch of books at the same time. And Mitford, I'm up to, tell Lori, Christopher, I'm up to chapter 12 in Mitford now. So, but anyway, I'm reading that. I'm reading The Art Thief, and I'm reading this other idea book. But I'm not done with it. I'm taking notes. And so I don't know. Should I share that yet? Maybe. Okay. The book of jars. Yeah, April. That's a good one. So anyway, what I was going to say is when you don't know, if you don't have any ideas, you're not inspired, you don't know what to do, have a book like this where you just paint a page, just flat paint. And I'm telling you, do a few of these, you're going to get ideas. Hi, Devin. You're going to get ideas. The problem I find with people that say, I'm not inspired, I have no ideas, I can guarantee you almost 99.9% is because I didn't write anything down. You have to write things down. You have to have your, like what Christopher calls it, his book of tricks, bot. You have to have a book of tricks. You have to have your I call them Society of Idea Collection. You have to have your ideas written down. I've read, I don't know, 5 or 6 books on Disney's Imagineers. They all say the same thing. You have to write it down. If the Imagineers are saying you have to write it down, don't take my word for it. Take Disney's Imagineers' word for it. You have to write it down. I can't stress it enough. I really cannot stress it enough. Okay, so anyway, so I'm just going to be painting pages in here to work on, sketch on, drawing. But right now I'm just kind of prepping. This is kind of a prep book. So I haven't done a lot in here but prep. So I have some ideas here for some framed with text. And I did do some stenciling a little bit further on. So I used a ruler, Janet. And then here are those girls that I put together with the Tim Holtz heads and the fashion bodies and some different other collage things. So, yeah. So here's one where I'm stenciling it. And I stenciled it knowing it wasn't going to be really clear so that I could doodle on it. So, red Posca, and here's where I will sit. This is another thing you can do. So I stenciled this, right? And it's a mess. It's okay. But I know I'm going to doodle this. So when you don't feel inspired, you don't know what to do, you can do stuff like this. Or color books. Don't let anybody tell you a color book is just for kids. Tricks are not just for kids. Tricks are for adults. So anyway, I'll play with this, maybe add some other colors so you can see where I've kind of already done this side. And just playing with some borders. And again, here's where I've painted out, putting papers behind it so it doesn't make a big mess. So just have a book of tricks, a book of play. Now, this is just one of, multiples. Y'all know I showed y'all some pictures of some of my art journals and sketchbooks and stuff this morning off the shelves. But here's what I just painted in. Again, we'll doodle on top of this. Here's one where I actually drew with the stencil. I took the stencil and drew it with the pen, a red pen or pink pen. I painted the thing green. Then I took my pink pen and I just wrote in the stencil. So it took a while. This probably took an hour. And I just drew in the stencil. Then I went back with my pink Posca and colored it in. You can't really just put a stencil down and use a paint pen. It's not going to be crisp. It's not going to be this clear. So it'll be like this. It'll be this kind of thing. It won't be real crisp. So, but I went in with and colored it in. I never thought to have dedicated book. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Marsh. That's what we have, the Society of Idea Collectors. I think I have, did I count one time? I know I have about 12 to 15 of my little journals that I'm going to show here in a minute, which y'all have seen, before, that we worked in last year. But I have probably 15. Let's see, which one should I pull? Maybe this one. This one. This is my Jane junk journal, my Jane, and anyway. So I have probably 15 books like this, where it's all ideas and different things, deconstructed books I put together, notes, just tons of these. Plus I have them that are just for writing in. Then I have, let me put this back up on the shelf because I will not have room. Come on. Get back up there. Well, I guess I will have to wait on it. But these are the kind, let me show y'all these again, since people are kind of wanting to see. These kind of books here. Now this one is from last year, and I did cut this down. Let's get the light back. Too bright. Let's turn it down. Turn the brightness down. There we go. So this one was one of the ones that I cut down from last year. I think it was like this size. I think it was about this size, right? And I cut it down and took things out, readjusted things. And so this one is from last year. This is one of my writing ones. And there's different ways you can keep track of what is in one. So we're going to do a little rabbit trail here. There's different ways you can do things to keep track of what you put in a book like this. Whether it's a 3-ring, but if it's a 3-ring binder, it's easy to shuffle things around. Put tabs, just like you did back in school. You can have your tabs, your dividers. You can put it by topic, by subject, by idea, by the books you read, your art books. You can just collect all kinds of things. That's why we call it the Society of Idea Collectors, SOIC. We didn't hashtag it though because some school took that hashtag, which is fine. So, okay, so I put tabs on this particular one, and this is some of the stuff that I did last year. You can put tabs, and you can also number your pages. This one's deconstructed, so the pages are not, it's really skipped all over the place because I took this one apart. But you can write down your ideas with the page number next to it. So, for instance, if you had zines. So in zines, I had page 79, page 111, and page 143. Okay, so you can do all different kinds of, and then you can also tab them. I have tabs on these for all different topics and all different things that we did. This is when we did the what do you call it? The Mother Goose. When we did the Mother Goose zine last year, I wrote down a lot of different Mother Goose. Wrote them down, and see, I mean, even if I didn't use them necessarily for this, and you think, well, that was a waste of time writing down all those different topics. You're never, well, you don't know when you're going to use that again later. Okay. And yeah, it just has to be convenient for you. See, these are convenient for me. These don't go out of my studio. I mean, they go to another room, but I'm not carrying these around out. So I'm not taking this up to the bookstore to sit and have coffee with, right? That's not what, these don't leave the house. So I wrote down all the different ones I could think of. Then I looked some up. Always try to write things down. If you're making lists and recombining lists, like the prompt bowl, if you're writing them, try to write as much down as you can before you look things up. Because you can find list of on the internet, Googling it, but try to do it yourself first. And then go look up more stuff. Let's brighten it back up a little. And then go look things up. So then I wrote down, I wanted to figure out what zine I was going to do, the Mother Goose zine swap. So I thought, well, I'll write down Hey Diddle Diddle, Hickory Dickory Dock, Humpty Dumpty, Itsy Bitsy Spider, wrote down a whole bunch of different ones. And then I settled on Little Miss Muffet. And then I decided to do with my zine a Barbie photography, because I do the Barbie photography too. I have a whole section in here on all the different Barbie photographies I've done. And which I've done probably 50 or 60 now. So anyway, I decided to do a Little Miss Muffet using my Barbie. So I had my Little Miss Muffet, sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. So that was my Mother Goose zine swap for that swap. So anyway, I just have all different kinds of topics in here. I have fashion lists, fashion notes. Here's all my Barbie notes. Here's all the different Barbie, and I've checked them off if I've done them. More Barbie stuff. Talk like a pirate. I did a pirate Barbie. These are all the different Barbie photographies I've done. And they're just scribbled. They're scribbled quick. Some of my surrealism notes, paper colors. And again, this is just half the book because I took it apart. I took this book apart and so half of it's here and half of it has been moved to other books. So these are the same type of things. Some of these have more mind maps. Like this one, I showed how we did mind maps with color. This is a very easy mind map to do and very fun. If you don't know what kind of mind map to do, pick a color, okay? Pick a color, make a list of everything you can think of that color. This was lime green. Put it in a circle and then do a mind map, and everything that you can think of, That's lime green, or well, I've got all different colors in here. um, Write down, make a mind map. And the reason that you mind map it out is because you can expand it further. It's not just a list of everything that's that color. And I'm not really looking at chat, so if you make sure you put it in caps. I said cat. I just saw cat. Put it in caps if you're talking to me. So you can make your list, and then from that list, you mind map it out, and then think of everything else that is in that. For instance, there's green hydrangeas. There are also blue and purple ones, but there's green hydrangeas. So what does hydrangeas make you think of? A garden. Let's get a point. Where's my pointer? I haven't pulled my pointer out in a while. Let me go around here and get my pointer. Hang on. Where's my pointer? I haven't got my pointer out in a while. Okay, Torah pointer. And no offense to, my Jewish friends. I do it respectfully, but I love me a Torah pointer. I love me a pointer. And I love it when I'm doing something like this where I use my Torah pointer. All right, so here we go. All right. So, so you have, all right, so hydrangeas went to garden. From garden, I went to plants. Plants, I went to flowers, bushes, bugs, and you continuously expand. All right, so a parakeet, leaves, and also here's the other thing that you need to keep in your repertoire. Okay, all the questions. And Mary's, why not? And you can continue asking questions, but you want to have your questions handy, because every kind of idea you have, if it's a list, if it's a mind map, regardless of what kind of ideas you have, ask these questions and write them down. Yes, I'm getting my teacher's voice, right, Jane? And I am not a teacher, guys. I am not. I like to give y'all ideas and inspiration, but a teacher has the patience of Job. A good teacher does, anyway. So you want to keep your questions handy, okay, regardless of anything else, okay? Point with whatever you want. Thank you, Miriam. Being a Christian, I love the Jewish people. Jesus was Jewish. I tried to teach myself Hebrew at one point. I can write it. I can't read it, and I can't say it. I can say the alphabet, but that's about it. It's harder to teach yourself a language than you think. But anyway, I'd carved all the Hebrew alphabet stamps, the alphabet, and anyway, I just said all that to say because Miriam said that. So I love me a pointer. Okay, so all right, so let's go. All right, so what else is lime green? Lizards, emeralds. You could have Granny Smith apples, celery, lettuce, cucumber, pears, frogs, caterpillar, and then from caterpillar, it expanded out to butterfly. I know you can't read this. This is how I write for myself when I'm doing my own notes. When I write more bigger for you guys to see notes and ideas, it's like this, right? Or real scribbly or quick, because I want you to be able to see it on stream, where this is hard to see on stream. So like, for instance, then it went to pepper. Then from pepper, it went to hot and spicy food. But the thing is if you have lists and mind maps and you recombine things, even if you do it randomly, pick numbers and randomly pick things, and then try to make, like, let's just say Granny Smith apple, just like our prompt bag. Granny Smith apple, pepper, and a parakeet. And you just write those three things down, and anything that comes to your mind, it doesn't matter. Ask the questions: who, what, where'd that parakeet come from? How did he get an apple? Why does he want to eat a pepper? Why does he want to combine an apple and a pear? How's he going to do that? Why not? You ask all these questions. And if you write them down, even if you're not using them at the moment, it's even probably better. It's when you're not wanting an idea at the moment that you keep books like this where you write all this stuff down. Then When you need an idea, when you need something to, spark your imagination, do a painting, do a zine, do a comic, do a whatever, you have these books of tons of ideas that you can grab from. Okay. I just never can stress this enough. I can't, if there's one thing, one idea, one inspiration that I could leave with anybody as far as creativity, it's write it down. I mean, and if you don't write it down and you come back and say, well, what, I don't have any ideas. Well, do you have a note? Do you have a notebook? Do you have a list of things? Well, no. And here's a quick one that I did just to show y'all, because I have books. I have books with pages and pages and pages and pages of animals, insects, reptiles. But here's just a few, right? So I would do some of these for you guys so that you could just get inspiration. Symbology, animals, insects. Here's some reptiles. And just start making small lists. And then if you run out, here's sea, things in the sea. When you can't think of anything else from the sea, and trust me, this will take you hours and hours. But if you have a notebook close to you and a pen, you're always going to be writing things down. If you're writing things down while you're watching TV, whenever you want lessons, just knock on my door. So, here's a whole list of things out of the sea. And this is just a few. Like, for instance, here's shells and fish. Well, from fish, you can make pages and pages of kinds of fish. But here's just some from the sea: shells, fish, coral, jellyfish, octopus, squid, crabs, stingray, sea turtle, seahorse, sea dragon, whales, dolphins, otter, narwhal, sharks, seals, barnacles, lobster, shrimp, walrus, manatee, oyster, starfish, sand dollar, anemone, clams, kelp, sea urchin, tuna, cod, grouper, catfish, bass, salmon, lionfish, clownfish, marlin, sturgeon, mackerel, angelfish, eel, snapper, snardine, flounder, swordfish. And if you just take one of these, and I also tell y'all that you can recombine things. So if you have just a basic list, if you have person, just your nouns, and that's anything alive. So it can be the fish, it can be bugs, birds, anything living. Consider that as a person. A place, and that can be anywhere. It can be a country. It can be, topographical, like meadow or mountains, or it can be rooms in the house. It can be any place. And a thing. And of course, that's anything. So I have list of things. 2 other things that I recommend, well, really 3, are occupations. Have list of occupations. And believe me, there's hundreds. You think, oh, there's doctor, lawyer, cab driver. You think you might think of 10. No, there's hundreds of occupations. Transportation. And eras, time period, different times. Okay. If you have list of these, just these, even if you just start with those, and then add occupation, transportation, and eras, and recombine, just have lists and lists and lists, number them. You might have 1,000 of these, 1,000 of those, 2,000 of those, 500 of these. And if you number them and pick random numbers, just random generate, you'll have your own prompts, just like I pull for you out of the prompt bowl or the prompt bag. It's the same kind of thing, except you're going to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds more. And then recombine these. And then once you have those things, once you have a person, a place, and a thing, then go and write down anything that can think of. Mind map it. Put colors to it. That's another one that you could add to, are colors. Okay, a list of colors. And then just write down anything that comes to you. If a story comes to you, if a comic comes to you, just what a picture, a poem, a song, anything that comes to you, you want to just get it down. Just write it down. And then as you're doing that, the ideas will come to you. Then you can start narrowing it down. Okay. All right. So am I talking too much and too long? Yeah, and it will grow to more than one place. I've got probably 15 of these kind of books, Marsh, and it doesn't take long. I try to do one a year. I'm up to like 2 a year now. So you'll end up doing, and just glue things in, collage things in, things you like. Here's a start of an occupation. So I started this probably for a stream. Occupations, you can break it out: healthcare, the arts and entertainment, business, industrial, manufacturing, law, science, technology, invention, theology. Probably have more. But anyway, and this is kind of my brief. This is just kind of just to get quick, there's more lists back here. So this is having something like this that's not meant to be really drawing in. This is really not a sketchbook. It's more your idea book. Okay. Same thing for this one. This is the one I'm using this year. So you can still see I have room this year for this one. So I've been tabbing it. I'm not writing on the tabs right now, but I have tons of stuff in this one. This one has more paint, collage, painty scrapes, color combinations, all kinds. And there's what I got right there left to do. And then I have things that are also just in a pile back here, stamp stuff, other things. But this is more of a painty idea mess. Okay. Now, so this one, I'll show you some. I can show you hundreds of idea books, but I will show you my mini ones from last year for more thematic. If you want to do themed journals, I'll pull those for you too. And also, Aunt Beck, she did 25 or 30. I don't remember how many. And if one of y'all want to put up Aunt Beck's stream from the weekend, I don't even remember. I didn't watch it live, so I watched the recording. But she has like 25 or 30 different kinds of sketchbooks and idea books and journals that you might get other ideas. Make a list of all, and I've got one here somewhere, of all the different kinds of sketchbooks, art journals, idea books. Make a list of all the traveler's notebooks, zines. Make a list of all your different kinds of books and ideas. Okay. All right. So again, here's some more of my Tim Holtz heads, collage, and a fashion magazine girl. And I just glued some extra pages in here, started painting some. Again, this is just some colors, some different things. Here's another one of the dolls. I just like, it gives me inspiration. I never use this, but it gives me so much ideas and inspiration. More painty papers. Glued stuff in, added some little postage stamps. This is a scrapbook paper I really liked. Paper, color combinations. I love her. I love this one. Let's see, purchase paper as what I need it for. Oh, it's just a good one. Oh, let's see. So anyway, just have it, and this is just a cheap sketchbook that I glued. I just glued in extra papers, right? Because it's going to be a hot mess by the end of the day. But it's another starter. And y'all know Mona Lisa is my muse. So, and y'all send me these Mona Lisas all the time. I love my Mona Lisas. And Arlene sent me some recently. And so this is all I got in this one right now. This is kind of my fresh book. I always like fresh books. And then, of course, I do stuff like, just quick notes and sketches on different copy paper. Here's my walrus with my walrus playing violin for my zine, that idea for the zine swap. What else do I have right here? All right, then y'all know this is also my year of collage. So these are the 2 collage books that I'm working in this year. Again, black paper. Let me open them up so that the white paper. So these are the two that I'm working in. I started this one in 21, worked some in 22, and now I want it to work in 23. Same for this one. So I have two different, and I've got tons of these. Y'all know I have my abandoned places, my abandoned books. I've got 10, 12, 15 different abandoned books that I've done reverse collage in. These are not reverse collage, they're just collage. And so I glue things down and then just have them ready, and then I'll go back and work in them. I never feel like I have to, oh, I got to finish this one before I glue something else down. I never feel that way. I know some people OCD, they can't just leave something like this and move on. I have no problem with that. And then again, let me turn down the brightness again. I'm going from black to white to color, and the camera tries to readjust. So these are my two books that I'm trying to work in this year for collaging. So I have all different things started, and then if I find something that inspires me, I stop and work on that page, like this one. So yeah. Do I have something else done in this one? So you can see this is one of the two, and this is the other one. They're both the same, I think 9x9 book. Here's my Ode to Frida. Did that one earlier this year. Most of these I've done this year, you know, on stream. Here's where, remember where you have that little octopus here? I didn't like it, so I painted over it, and everybody, oh my gosh. Well, see, we came back. The octopus is still there. He was just underwater. So yeah, so different different collage ideas here. And this one makes me stop and tell y'all again, because when I started doing collage, the main reason I was doing a lot of collage was, other than art journaling, I do collage, but not like I do now. But I would do collages as like a sketch for paintings. So I would do a collage like this and then turn it into all acrylic painting with no collage. It would just be a painting, like bigger, you know, it would be a bigger painting. And I kind of got away from that because it was just so time consuming, and especially with streaming, I couldn't make paintings like that anymore and still do all this other stuff because there wasn't enough time. So, but I do have a painting started with this one. This is the one we did last week with all the jars. And a Portos did message me on Instagram and say, oh, I like how you darkened up and colored on them and did different things with the jars. So if y'all missed that, let me show that book. So here's the jar ephemera book. And I showed this last week when we were doing this. So again, let me just kind of flip. So, and again, I won't pull out my abandoned altered books because I've got so many of those that are reverse collage, where there's already an image there that you bring out by painting away things. I really like this one with the little jellyfish as UFOs. So I really like this one. So it's just, I got all different kind of things going on. So these are the two that I really am working on this year, collage wise. All right, so let's see. I wanted to get to the minis. All right, do I have any questions? Let me get a sip of water. Put my Torah pointer away. So I'm done pointing for now. I just try to pull it out every now and then because I love my Torah pointer. All right. But, you know, I also have other pointers. I do have, let's go ahead and bring out some art journals. All right, so I'll show you some of my travelers ones. Let's see here. I'll pull out the ones that have the most stuff in them, because a lot of them don't have a lot of stuff in them. But I've got sea, travel, garden, Art Nouveau, animals. I don't have a lot in the animals, so I probably won't pull that one. Let's see what else. All right, so these probably have the most in them, but I've got more than these. But this was last year. Color. I don't know. Did I pull the color one? There's a color one in here. So we did, yeah, I think so. So we did these last year, and we did all different themes. These are not all of them. I still got another half a dozen over there, but I pulled the ones that I've worked in the most, and we're going to look at some of these. I love my Elisa hands. I love them, and so does Malibu. Does not mind me petting her with these. So I love these hands. Dee, don't forget to put the. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh, it's not quite time yet, Angie. Thank you. 11. Yeah. Got till 11. Oh my gosh. Mini Dee Dee hands. Yes, I know, right? She did. Look, she has my watch. She has my bracelets. She has my ring. She has my where you go, I will follow Hebrew ring. My nails are painted. And she also sent extra I have extra bracelets that I can take these off and put other ones on. And I have 2 other sleeves. I can change my sleeves to a solid black or a solid gray. But I like my stripes. Thank you, Angie. I got 15 minutes. I'm going to leave this. Let's see. I know what. Let's see. Let's just put this in her little hand here. See if I can get her to hold this. The sticky's on the other side. There we go. Well, I'll just leave it there. Pot pies. Okay, so I have all different ones of these. And and I should bring out my big poster books. I have 3 or 4 of my poster books. Have I brought those out lately? I don't know if I brought out the poster books lately. Okay, so here we go. Let's readjust. I mean, my lighting is going, what, today? Y'all have been just really messing with me. All right, so this one is my Asian one. And again, I've got all kind of things to still add to it. And there's my little doll that Beth Schuler made me, my little paper doll. So these were last year. We did all these last year, different themes. So, and again, I will work front to back, back to front. This was 20. Okay, we did 20. Yeah, and I did put 23 in here as well. Never can remember the year of the tiger and the year of the rabbit. So we have those in here. Yes, I know, right? Because I actually had the shirt that I have like this. I've worn I still have it. I still wear it every now and then for 13 years. It just, anyway. So these are some of my Asian, and then here's the little papers there that were sent to me. Let's keep going here. Candy wrappers. I need to put those in here. There's Year of the Tiger. I'm not going to try to over explain. I'm just going to kind of flip a little bit. And here is the Year of the Rabbit. So that was this year. So I did do that page at the beginning of this year. But pretty much everything else is from last year. Here's a calligraphy I did of the word harmony. So just all different little playing cards in here. Tags and just anything Asian. These are the ones I was talking about that can be thematic, so if you have any subject, here's some of the extra stamps that I had. I kept some of those, just different little things in here that will end up in here eventually. Postcards, ATCs, art cards. So yeah, so if you like doing themed journals, at least make you a list. See, you should be writing the stuff down that I've been talking about all this time. You should, or go back later. And just make you a list of all the kind of books. Even if you never make it, you will at least have, I got the idea to make an Asian book, or just all Japanese, all Chinese, all Korean, whatever, whatever. I just have all Asian. Then this one was the color book. This is the one that started it last year. And I think I still have 2 colors left to do in this one from last year. And every month I would do a new color. I have the history of Crayola crayon, a book on the history of Crayola crayon, and they would have all this little information in it about the origin of the color, where it came from, what it was used for, was it a royal color back in the day, that kind of thing. And I try to write some information about the color, and then I would make I'd make an artist trading card. Well, I made a whole bunch of them, and I would give some away. I think I made six, and I'd give five away, and I'd keep one. And I would do a artist. I don't make ATCs anymore. Artist trading cards are 2.5 by 3.5. My art cards are 3 by 4. Um, Hi, John. Thank you so much. And there's John, our Quest to Oak Island gentleman, who's all things Oak Island. If you like anything Oak Island, which I do, I've watched Oak Island since the first, I think 2010, I think was the first Oak Island. Am I right, John? Thank you so much for the super sticker and supporting the channel. And if y'all like anything Oak Island, you need to go watch John. I know Oak Island's off season, but John always keeps us updated with drone footage and all kinds of cool stuff that's going on Oak Island on the off season. So thank you, John. Let's see. What are journal brands? Do any of you? So Alexis wants to know about journal brands. I'm not real particular about the brands. I'm more about the size. I try to get, these are all they're all different brands, but they're all about the same size. Let's look at my tape measure. So like this one is 5.5 by 8.5. This one's a little bigger. This is a 6 by 8.5. So that's about the size of these. And what size did I tell you all my art cards were? That's 3 by 5. I said 3 by 4. They're 3 by 5. Artist trading cards are 2.5 by 3.5. But I want my art cards to be a little bigger, and I don't really trade anymore like I used to. I showed y'all my notebooks up there at the top earlier. I used to be big into artist trading cards and trading them. All these notebooks up there, these are 5 and 6 inch and 3 and 4 and 5 inch thick notebooks. Those are all artist trading cards up there that I used to trade for years and years. But I started liking them a little bigger. Since I'm not trading them, I'm just giving them away. So, okay, so let's go back. What is on sale? That's the journals I like to buy. Yeah, you can buy them. My collage journals, they're 9 by 9, I think. Those are Hobby Lobby brands. You can get Arteza ones online. Some of these I got at Hobby Lobby. This one Denise bought me at Blick for my birthday last year. So, okay, so this one's color. So again, I would make different artist trading cards in color, and then I do a double page spread on that color, and then I write all the information. This is a fun one. If you don't know where to start on some kind of a theme journal, do a color one. Let me get another sip of my water. Do a color, and I got to remember here, got to keep my hand on the pot pie. Got about 5 minutes. So again, orange, and I'd make a list of different things that were orange, just to, do orange. Carrot, goldfish, pumpkin, koi fish, clownfish, tiger lily, squash, mango. And then some of the stuff. All right, so this is out of the history of colors in the color Crayola crayon history of color. And it's orpiment, orpiment, used in ancient Egypt by the Romans, often contains arsenic. So does rilgar, another ancient pigment, not used only as a dye, but also as poison and a medicine. A few orange pigments are toxic. So that kind of stuff, I'd write it out. I'd write things out from the color. Oh, thank you, CB. And CB and John, too. I know John says he doesn't want me to send him stickers, but if you ever do, John, let me know. CB, what sticker would you like? Where's my... And thank you guys for supporting the channel. Do you know what sticker you would like, CB? Did you really like your walrus drawing for the scene? Thanks, Amira. That's just a sketch. Yeah, I just did a sketch. I had to look up how to draw a violin on an angle because, you know. Hi, Christy. I'm waiting to see what CB would like for a eagle. Okay, eagle. All right, got it. CB. If y'all send a super sticker, super chat, and you want a sticker, just let me know what one. I showed them all again earlier, but if you need to see them, just let me know. So then orange also. Orange is the only color on the spectrum named after an actual object. Orange is the color of, then they named some other crystals, chrome orange, and the first synthetic orange pigment introduced by the French chemist Nicolas, I'm not going to try to pronounce the French chemist, in 1809. Chrome orange was commonly used by the Impressionists. So just stuff like that. And you know, I wrote here, Notes from Crayola, a visual biography of the world's most famous colors. So, you know, it's just a fun book. It's just a fun book to have. Then here's red. And again, I did, you know, different papers, postage stamps, papers, one of the little scrapbook paper dolls. Natural red oxides usually contain the mineral hematite, one of the oldest pigments known to man. An artificial version of red oxide is also available, known as Mars red. So again, then I made a list of things that are red. And then I did the, this was the art card that I did that I tried to make them all kind of the same. I did 6 of them and I'd send out 5 and keep one for myself. And there's stuff on the back too. So one of my stamps, that's my hand carved owl, and I stamped it in red. So yeah. And I can always go back and add more. Here's purple. And then here's my purple page. Pansies, that's me and my grandma's flower. Purple is one of the rarest colors in nature. Tyrian purple, perhaps the first purple dye, was made from the shells of sea snails found in the Mediterranean Sea, became known as the color of royalty. So little things like that, you know, just little information. Here's a little piece of fabric with purple. Then pink, there's the card. Then here's my pink page. I hope y'all find this kind of inspiring. I know a lot of y'all that have been around for a long time have seen a lot of these already, but you know, I think Aunt Beck made me really want to readdress my journals because she readdressed hers. And again, if y'all don't follow Aunt Beck's creations, she did a live, which is still recorded over the weekend. And I think she showed 25 or 30, and hers are totally different than mine. So y'all go look at Aunt Beck's too for even more ideas. Here's pink, cotton candy, cherry blossom, starfish, pigs, bubble gum, and pink grapefruit were some of the things that are pink. So then we got the greens. I got olive green, and then we had lime green. Then here's blue, and let's see, what did I write? Historically, blue pigments were made from minerals like lapis lazuli. I always have a hard time saying that. Cobalt and azurite. Blue dyes were made from plants like indigo, something in indigo, wood, what? Something in indigo. During the Middle Ages, azurite and ultramarine came from Afghanistan, the only source of these blue pigments. There's my blue card that I made with whales. And again, I stamped a mermaid on the back of that one. Some blue fabric. Here's aqua. I made the card for this, but I never did my double page spread for aqua. And then I also have black, white, gold, and silver that I did not do. So I still have some left to do. So that is my, and now I do have to go run down and put my, in the oven. So I'll be right back. BRB. BRB. Let me take a quick break. Be right back. Okay. So let's see. I'm sure I'm missing some things. I do go back and scrub through my chat. So especially if I miss new people that come in, I try to go find your channels. If you have content, if you don't have content on your channel, I probably won't follow you. But if you're an art, creative, comics, anything creative, artistic, I don't care how many followers you have. You got 2 followers, I'll still follow you if I like your content. So I do go try to find people I miss. All right, so let's see. So that's the color one. Then I got my, let's see, let's do the Art Nouveau one. So my Art Nouveau one has quite a bit in it. I really worked a lot in this one last year. Hi. Hi, Elisa. Oh, I got to readjust my sleeves there. So yeah, I got my hands. I got extra hands going on today. Showing art journals, creativity, notebooks, Society of Idea Collectors. I'm gonna pull. I'll think about showing it to you because I'm not done reading it yet. I like to try to. I really need to pull idea books like the Imagineer ones. Scott Serklin is the one that I got the Imagineers Disney book Imagineers for he recommended them, and so I bought a whole bunch of the Imagineer books some years ago, and I really like them. I should pull a bunch of my uh, idea books like the Imagineer ones. Oh, thanks, Shelly. Anybody else popping in? Hi, Mandy Art. Yeah. Hey, girl. Hey. Oh, okay. So this one is, we'll see how much time we have. I might go pull some of the Imagineer ones, but I'll show you this one. And I'm about halfway done. I am taking notes. I am annotating it. I don't annotate fiction books. I only annotate nonfiction books, but I do like to annotate. And when I annotate, it's funny because I do annotate in pencil. Pencil. Everything else I write in journals and everything else, sketches, most sketches. Although I did do this, I did do my walrus and violin. I did that in pencil. Did this in pencil. I ran out of room up here where he's holding this, so I moved his hand down here. So, and this is just a sketch. So he's got an idea for music, and you'll see what happens. He has a musical idea, but you know, he's a walrus. I'm the walrus. Okay, anyway. Um, so I saw this, and I'll say first off, I love reading books on creativity and ideas, right? Don't we, Malibu? You want to sit down there? You want me to pet you? You need some pets? You need some pets? You're going to have to sit down, get away from the keyboard, away from the keyboard, back up, back away from the keyboard. There you go. So I'm not recommending this one yet because I'm still halfway through. But here's the thing about these kind of books: write them down, write things down, and however, like the Imagineers. I have no desire. I'm never going to be an Imagineer at Disney, but they have so many ways to collect ideas. And you need to write those down. So this is one that I forgot who I saw it online somewhere. I don't even remember where, but and I'm about halfway done. But I'm also reading Mitford, and I'm also reading The Art Thief, and I'm also reading a couple of nonfiction books. I mean, a fiction, yeah. So I'm reading a fiction, a nonfiction, and then this idea book. So this is called Ideas on Demand: A Crash Course on Creativity. And I don't really have I'm rarely out of ideas because I write them down, and you're going to find out this one says to write them down too. But anyway, you might want to look at this just because it's an idea book. I'm all about ideas. So it's Ideas on Demand, Crash Course in Creativity, and it came out in, I don't even know when it came out. When did it come out? Because I love idea books. And see, I wrote when I started it. I started on 8/10/2021. So it came out in 2021. Dee, where did you find the information on each color? That, Missy, that was out of the Crayola. Let me see if I have the exact name. And I can't go find you the book right now because I'd be digging through books for an hour. I have so many art books I can't take, unless I can picture. What I try to do is when someone goes, "Oh, I want to see that book," in my head, I do a zoom around the room and on every shelf. Where's that book? Where's that book? And right now the Crayola one is not coming to me. So but the book is called Crayola: A Visual Biography of the World's Most Famous Crayon. That's the title. That's the title of the book. A Visual Biography of the World's Most Famous Crayon. And that's where I'm getting the Crayola information from. Okay? Look it up on Amazon. I'm sure you can find it. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. So, yes, I mean, oh my gosh, Malibu, how am I supposed to show books with you? Hi, baby. Right? Okay, so don't fall off. All right, so this one is Art Nouveau. And I really did a lot in this one because I really had fun. So I did a lot of stenciling, stencils. I did a lot of stencils. Okay, I want to do a journal of nothing but Crayola colored pencils. Well, you can do that in Aunt Beck. There's Aunt Beck right there. So check her channel. That's the channel, her channel name, where she did all her journals over the weekend. Well, I don't know if she did all of them either. I think she moved off the little ones. I think she had a whole pile of small ones. I don't have time for all these little ones. And, but Aunt Beck has totally different kinds of journals too. So she'll have a whole nother slew of ideas for you. So go follow Aunt Beck and look at her channel and her journals that she showed over the weekend. Okay. There's her name. That's Aunt Beck's Creations. That's how you'll find her on YouTube. And she also is a seamstress. She's just finishing up making a Dress-A-Girl dresses for girls that to prevent, I don't know how you want to say it, abuse of girls in other countries. And so she makes these dresses for Dress-A-Girl, and she does that every year. So she's an awesome seamstress as well. So go follow Aunt Beck. She's just awesome. All right, let's see. Where else are we here? How are you supposed to show? How are you supposed to show books that fall under Malibu's category? Not a problem. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is my Art Nouveau. Again, I'll skip pages. If you have, especially if you have a book that has a flat spine, and if y'all want, I'll quickly show y'all a magazine journal. You know, I can show you journals all day, just like Aunt Beck did. She did a 2 hour, I think it was a 2 hour video, Aunt Beck, on her journals. We can be here all day. And I do stop and show them every few months. I try not to do it every few weeks, but sometimes I get carried away because I love my journals. I get excited about them. I want y'all to do them, you know. So, but you want to skip around. You don't want to go front to back in a flat spine journal because it will warp the spine. It will warp the spine. Okay, so let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and look. And these, you can buy these little plastic sleeve. Let me show you what they look like. You can get them on Amazon. They look like, do I have one handy? Yeah. They come in a pack. Oh, wait, not this. Hang on, let me find them. You can buy a pack of like 50, I think. I think you can buy like a pack of 50 of these, and they're just pockets. Just look up clear pocket sticky, and they're sticky on one side, and then they're pockets. So these, I try to put some of these in the front. Look at her. I try to put some of these in the front or back of almost all my journals because you always need a pocket. You know, baby, I have to have this. You can always use a pocket. So those are on Amazon. Baby, you're going to have to lay down, honey, or I'm going to have to put you on the floor. I know you want to be here. All right, so let me go ahead and skip around here. So this is my Art Nouveau. And I left room for quotes. I did have okay. I'm going to have to slide away from the keyboard. Slide away from the keyboard. All right, let's just get down. I made you a little bed over there. Too much, guys. It's just too much. All right, so I left room for quotes or put some with quotes. Yeah, I just enjoy making these. So it's just another idea. So these are some of my, and there's stickers and tape and washi tape and flowers and just Art Nouveau themed pages. Thank you, Alyssa. I mean, I want to say Alyssa, I know it's Elisa. Elisa. I got to keep trying to say that. My niece's name is Lisa, so I should be able to remember that. But, so then you can put little, little pockets and postage stamps. Here's one of these little, what do you call it? Paper clips. This is how I start. I start with one image, and then I stencil, glue, write, journal, and it can be, again, it can be any theme you like. You know, you can do, if you do Harley bikes, do a Harley bike journal. You know, like artistic biker Jonathan. So here's where I put a quote. This one has a little, is this the one? Yeah, this one has a little flap here. I think those were some bookmarks, I think, that Devin Rex sent me. This right here. I think that was a Devin Rex bookmark. So you see, I still got lots of room to put more in there too. Yeah, the clear pockets, and you can probably get bigger ones too. I like the small ones because they'll fit in any size journal. So here's where I misspelled the word connections. More quotes. And I just do brush lettering with those. Some postcards. And I have a little bit of space right here. There's this one. So, and again, you can do any theme you like. And these are stencils. Oh, Marsh, you were asking about those, or you didn't ask me. You were talking about it on your stream about those brushes. I use those brushes to ink with ink pads. Like different ink pads. And you use those brushes and you ink up the brush, and then you have your stencils, and then you ink with those brushes. Let's see. So then I have other things still in here. I've got some different, more bookmarks. And then if you keep an envelope in the back of every journal, and you could tape or glue this in too. You could glue that in and then just have you, an extra pocket for your ephemera, faux ephemera or real ephemera, your ephemera accoutrement in there. So there, and I should have rubber bands for all these somewhere. Okay. Then, let's see, this is my Alice in Wonderland one, and also headbands always make good art journal, holders. So Alice, I don't have a lot in here. I think I tried to make this one toward the end of the year. No, I started this one I did in 2022. I don't know. Maybe I did kind of carried over. No, that's right. Last year was 2022. I think I'm into 2024 already. So anyway, I made all these little flaps and little, just some little word fetty. I have a book, a kid's book that costs like $1.99 on Alice and different kids' books. Do I have one handy? Let's see. These are fun to cut up. So where's my Alice one? Got the Wizard of Oz, Alice, these kind of things. These kind of books are fun to cut up for word fetty, because look how big the words are. So if you want to do word fetty or poetry or rework something with bigger words, these kind of books are fun to use to cut up. Same thing for like any kind of vintage. Look at this one. I've really used this one a lot. So you can find words and pictures and things in old kids' books. This was from what year? 1959. I think I got this one from Keisha's auction. And but word fetty like this. Say, when Alice turned around the corner, the white rabbit had disappeared. Well, that came out of one of these. And I got the Wizard of Oz. I got, what other ones do I have over here? Anyway, those kind of books are fun to use for the big words. Yeah, that's how you can do the stenciling. See all the stenciling here? I did all that with inks and those brushes, Marsh. And then just kind of all different things of Alice stuff in here. What we find out, just little quotes. We tell these things without an experiment. They're all from the Alice book. And this one doesn't have a lot in it yet. But again, I skip around so that the spine doesn't get warped. Okay. So, yeah. So more Alice quotes. And let's skip over to another page. See, I just started this one. A whole bunch of Alice stuff here in the back. One of those little pockets. You can put your different stuff in there. Different cards, games, just different things from Alice. Denise bought me this book for my birthday that year, and I just put Alice in Wonderland because I liked her as Alice in Wonderland. So there's that. I hope y'all are kind of getting some ideas and enjoying this. This one was a nature one, I think. I think this one was a nature. So again, it's got stenciling, tags, just all kinds of things, just whatever. And you can just make books, themed books. And these are inspiration. You go and you say you want to write a story on something in gardening. I didn't even pull my garden one from my actual garden. I have a book like this on my garden. And and this is one of my favorite quotes. Well, I have a few, but seeds are thoughts. You choose what to grow. I love that. Thoughts are seeds. You choose what to grow. Or seeds or thoughts. Either way. You choose what to grow. What you think. So yeah, I got all different kind of things in here. Vintage ephemera. Different little quotes and notes. Skellies. Little seeds of hope, little quotes in here in a little envelope. This is a stamp set. Got different stamp sets. Stamp sets and alphabet stamp sets, always good to have. Here's categories of coffee. Categories of coffee. More stenciling, observation, some of these little quote words like observation, the attentive watching of somebody or something, the careful watching and recording of something, a natural phenomena as it happens, order, and it just gets different little science things. I love astronomy, and y'all know I love me some sky and space, and there's all kinds of connections with sound, and there's a lot of connections I can't get into right now, but harmonic words, acoustics. I got a bunch of things on acoustics. So what else is in here? So they're all, and I can always go in here and add more stuff at any time. Continue to add. There's Xandra. This is Xandra stuff she sent me. Mermaids. My Xandra mermaid page. Could write a lot of stories on, any of this ideas or the definition of an idea. It's a little chickadee page, little feathers. And this is another, I always love to ask this question or tell people, I love to say this when anybody goes, science. Well, at what point did science become all about suppressing questions? Okay, so I'll leave it there. And then I got some more stuff here to use. Another little pocket here. So yeah, there's one of my nature ones. All right, let's see, am I missing? Do you ever print stuff to use for job? No, Marsh, Marsh, I have so much collage fodder. I have bins and bins of collage fodder. Let me go back over to my foot. If y'all missed it here, let me show some of my journals here. Those are my artist trading cards up there at the top. And then these are all journals here. These are my desk journals that I use. That's double up there. Those are double thickness of journals up there where I'd use one of those every year. Then let's see here. This is the cart that I just pulled from. These are all my little ones that I'm showing you right now. That down here. So there's those. Then I got these. Then I got those. Then I got those. And then I got all those. Oh, that reminds me. I want to show you those right there. And then I've got how many shelves? I don't know how many shelves. All this is my collage fodder. Shelves and shelves of the collage fodder. More journals, more books, more idea journals. So, and then over here's my pencils. So yeah. You like that question? Yeah, question everything. If you can't question, if somebody doesn't let you question it, question them. Just saying. Okay. All right. So this one is another nature one, I think. Let's see. I'll just kind of do quick. I'll just kind of flick through because they're kind of the same. A lot of, you can do quotes. I have one, Bible journaling. I have verses. I have just all different ones. Here's another nature one going here. So I got this one. What's this one? I forgot what this one was. Oh, this is Sea and Mermaid. This one didn't get very far that year. I think this was toward the end of the year, but I got a Sea and Mermaid one. So, So anytime y'all want to see any themed, let me know. So I got a lot of stuff still to glue in here. I got a bunch of stuff in the back, some washi tape, some Xandra stuff. Xandra's our mermaid girl. So she reads books as one would breathe air to fill up and live. Annie Dillard. I love that. And again, this is just with the brush lettering. So quotes. Love me some quotes. All right. So I was going to find you the Disney Imagineer. Disney Imagineer. Oh, and we were going to maybe do something in this little box. All right, baby. I know. You're going to have to get there. I'm so sorry today. Maybe we'll wait on that till I pull those other ones because I have my other shadow boxes that I can't pull because of stuff in the way. So, but let me see if I can find those Imagineer books real quick. Hang on. I don't know if I can. Well, I did find them. At least some of them. So again, any kind of idea books. And I love also, I'm really not a writer, but I love reading about writing because there's ideas in there, even for visual artists. So if you want to um, get ideas for your artwork, just read a lot. Gotta read. But here's writing fantasy and science fiction, how to create out of this world novels and short stories. I got another one that's really better than this as far as visuals. Let's see if I can find it. Hang on. Okay, I found them. So these are the kind of books if you're an artist, you'll really enjoy because they're just more ideas. All right, so I should photograph these three as one of my, if y'all check my community tab, I already posted for today. Every Monday I try to post 3 books in my community tab, just pictures of them. And you got to click on them most of the time to get the whole picture because it only lets me, you have to click on it to expand the whole picture. But anyway, I try to post 3 books every week. I'm up to week 33, I think, week 33 of posting books every Monday. I need to post these 3 together. So I'm glad I pulled these. Can bring us can't bring yourselves to well, I don't really ever use Bible page. I mean, let me put it this way. There are people that sell old vintage, like especially old German pages of German Bibles. I don't know why. That just seems to be, maybe it's because of the black letter font, that people like so much. I don't really tear, if I ever wanted to make something like with the Bible verse, I write everything. I write so much, but you can make copies of that if you don't want to tear up, you can cut, then you can cut verses out or print verses out. There's tons of Bible programs where you can print the pages out and then just cut them down if you want verses. Then you can make them any size you want too. But or you can get and I've shown y'all, if y'all want to see again, I can pull that too. Bible journaling, coloring and journaling Bibles. There's Bibles where you can journal, write, draw, color, and note take all in one. Okay, so here's writing fantasy and science fiction. Y'all know I love me science fiction. It's one of the first things I grew up reading, that and spy novels when I was a kid. And then this one is Wonder Book, the illustrated guide to creating imaginative fiction. And this one is amazing visually. This is eye candy to the max. This one came out in 2013. And oh my gosh, it is amazing for visuals. Let me just kind of flip here. So this one's really awesome. And there's little exercises for you to do. Little exercises for you to do. Look. I mean, who doesn't get inspired? Let's see. So this one, even though it came out 10 years ago, it's eye candy. Plus, there's a lot of things to do. You know, again, it's for writers, but you can adapt anything to visuals, you know. So it's just amazing. It's a beautiful book. Very heavy, and it's all glossy paper. Look, maps. Look at this. See? Chart of revision. Just so much information. Here's Game of Thrones notes and so this one, when I bought it, was $24.99. I don't know, you know, what it is now, or if you can buy it, how hard it is, but it's called Wonder Book. Jeff Vandermeer. Okay, and then this one is called Lost Transmissions, A Secret History of Science Fiction and Fantasy. Okay, and this one is a foreword by Jeff Vandermeer. And again, I'm just going to flip. Well, let me tell you what year it was. This one came out in 2019. Okay, and it's The Secret History of Science Fiction and Fantasy. I will put these 3 books on my community tab next Monday. Yes, Marsh. So, and it goes through literature, film and television, architecture, art and design, music, fashion, fandom, and pop culture. And it's just really cool book. Let's see if I can flick. And it's broke out by those by color on the tabs by each of those topics. And anytime you're reading, watching TV, watching a video, watching me right now, you could have a pen in your hand, writing down notes and ideas. So I will post these 3 as next Monday's community tab. All right, what else did I have here? Oh, the Imagineer. Okay, I've got about 30 minutes, so we didn't, you know, get a whole lot as far as a project done, but you know, to me it's just as important, if not more important, that you have ideas. Keep a notebook, keep a sketchbook. It doesn't matter. It can be a composition book. Actually, composition books are really good because you don't feel that they're too precious to mess up, to write in, to list in, to mind map in. Got tons of composition books that you can buy them in every color. You can buy them in all kinds of covers and styles. Composition books are amazing for note taking, idea collecting, or those little traveler's notebooks like the ones that I showed you that I used from last year. Those are all good. Thank you, Kathy Berg. I was talking about you and Colleen earlier and about making little boxes. I had to glue. I opened this box up, Kathy, and these little Tim Holtz things were on clearance. And I opened this one up and they all fell apart. So I have to glue this one back. I glued this one back. They came 3 in a box, but all this was on clearance at Hobby Lobby last Thursday. By the time I got there, a lot of it was already sold. I didn't need any more stamps or inks. You know, a lot of that clearanced out, and I have plenty of all that. So, you know. Okay, so here's some Imagine. Let's see, which order is it go in? This is 2. This is 1, 2, and then this goes with this. Okay. So, like I said, Scott Circlin had 1 or 2 of these books. And then when I looked them up on Amazon, I found more. So, of course, you know, if I can buy them all, I will. And so they're the Imagineers' Ideas to Ignite Your Creativity. And these are the Disney creators. Okay. the creators of Disney. What do you do with ideas you can't think of a category for? I don't know. I can think of categories for anything, Marsh. I would start, even if you can't, then just tab them. Just put tabs. Even if you can't think of a tab, just put a tab. Like these are not written, no names for any of this stuff is on there, but all these are different categories. But there is a lot in each one. So sometimes it's not a specific thing. And again, this is my desk journal for this year. I used to use, and I'll pull one or two just to show you. I used to use these every year. And so up on my shelf up here, I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have about 10 of these. I used to use these every year. I call them my desk journals, and I would just keep them on my desk. And anytime I had leftover scraps of paper, leftover paint on a palette, I could scrape it in here, and I would put that stuff in these desk journals. This one was from 2011, and so it didn't quite finish it that year. But this is all just stuff that I would use. And they sound crunchy. They're actually not sticking together. But because there's a lot of paint and paper. And then I would glue things in. And then sometimes I would go back and work on them and finish a little page like this. I'd go in and paint on them like this. And so this is just like I would have all kinds of ideas, notes, and I put them in what I call my desk journals. Now, these journals they're real leather from Italy, and I got them at Barnes & Noble, but I'd only buy one a year. So if I spent $50 on one, I would use it for a year. But then I started getting so many ideas, and I wanted to break things out more into mind maps and lists and other things. That's when I started going into bigger books where I could have more room and more places to write. So I don't do these anymore, especially because they are expensive, and I just want to be able to, not feel it's small. I wanted to have more room. Okay, so let's show these real quick before we go. What are those big books you're using for your idea? Oh, the big ones? Okay, well, they're all on Amazon, Marsh. This one is there's two sizes here. They're on Amazon, and they are very, they're under probably $20. But here's the thing. It's copy paper. It's copy paper that some of them, this one is not numbered. Some of the ones have numbers on them. Some are not, like this one is numbered. Some are numbered, some are not, but they are just copy paper. Sketchbooks, idea, listing, that kind of thing. They're not made for, they're copy paper. So whatever you can do with copy paper, I'll do anything on copy paper, but you know what I mean. So this one is, this is 600 pages. This one is 10 by 8. This one is 800 pages, and this one is 8 by 12. 8 by 12. And so they're thick, Of course, they're not this, they come up, that's about as thick as it is when you get it, I've puffed it up. And the same for this one, And then there's also, I have another one here that I'm working in. This one is even smaller. And this one has tons of stuff going on in it too. And this one is 600 pages, and it's about 8.5 by 8.5, or 8, a little less. I don't want to say 8 1/4. It's bigger than 8 1/4. It's probably listed as 8.5 by 8.5. And this is a giant sketchbook, and this is the cover of this one. But there's tons of covers. Like I got some from a couple of years ago. I've got lots of these. But I was going to try to find one with the space. Here's one I have with outer space on it. Oh, can I get it out there? Oh, well, I can't get it. It's behind my lamp. It's behind my lights. But I have ones with outer space and nebulas and planets on them. There's all kinds of covers. And they're not that expensive. And especially if you're going to use like one a year. So I'm going back and getting it one. And Janet, what are you going to do today? Are you going to work on those leaves? Just saying. Okay, let me go ahead and do these real quick before I go. So this one was the Imagineering Ideas to Unite Your Creativity, and this was the workbook. So this one came out. These are older now. These are older. This one came out in. Where are you? I know you're there. Where are you? 2003. This one's 20 years old. The workbook I don't think is quite as old. And I do have all kinds of notes and pencil in this one. This one came out, yeah, it might be in the back. No, here it is. Well, 2005. So the workbook, so a lot of the stuff that they talk about in here is not like your digital kind of information. You're not in this, you're not going to have as much like what you can do, on Procreate. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's so many ideas. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let me just give you all a little. The sky's the limit, growing a culture, unharnessing creativity, 1,000 balls in the air, adopting and adapting the Imagineering way. And there's just so much information in these. And it's not hard to understand. But I'm going to tell you, every one of the Imagineers that talk in these books will tell you the number one thing is write it down. I'm just saying, you've got to write things down because it's the writing down of it that expands your thinking of any idea. If it's just floating around in your head, I can guarantee you by the end of the day, that idea, I don't care if you have 100, you might have 100 ideas a day. And you might pick one and it'll float away at the end of the day because you're not going to remember it tomorrow. Maybe one idea, but I can tell you every day you can have hundreds of ideas. And all you have to do is have some kind of pencil or pen or something in your hand and write it down. You may not use all those ideas, and you won't use all those ideas every day that you come up with every day, but you will have them. You will have those ideas, just like this book over here. This is my Jane junk journal, and this has got my Jane stuff, my junk journal stuff, and paper swatches and colors and paints, and it's just got tons and tons of Jane and junk journal stuff in it. And it's just full of inspiration. You don't have an idea, you pull something like this out, you will have an idea. All right, so these two right here, the Imagineering Process Pyramid, this is 1 and 2. And this breaks it down how they do it. Now, am I doing it their pyramid way? No. But I can use any of these individual pyramids or ideas that they have it broke down into a pyramid. I can use any of them as I want, or you could use a pyramid too, but they do get this. These two get into a lot more detail. This is 2016, and this one is this one is 2018. And I know I'm missing a lot in chat, so I will go back and, review the chat later. Let's see. And don't forget, Marsh is going to have tomorrow night at 7. If I find Marsh again, I'll click on him. Marsh is going to have Jim Lujan on his show tomorrow night at 7. Where are you, Marsh? I know you're here somewhere. Let me find you so I can click on your name. Scrolling. There he is. There we go. So Marsh makes comics, and he's going to have Jim on tomorrow night and interviewing him and talking about, but they'll both talk about their projects. All right. So let me go ahead and go through the contents on this one. Part 1. Peeking over the berm. What is Imagineering? A quick look at the pyramid, Imagineering and the power of vision. The Imagineering pyramid, the art of the show. It all begins with the story, creative intent, attention to detail, theming, long, medium, and close shots. Weenies, I'm not sure what that is. Transitions, storyboards, pre-shows and post shows, forced perspective, readability, kinetics. It's a small world effect, hidden Mickeys. So you can see, and it goes on to part 3 is Beyond the Berm, Imagineering game design, instructional design, management and leadership. So it's really like a whole bunch of behind the scenes of how Disney works. Okay. You're welcome. Janet put you in. Yeah, there's Marsha's channel there. Okay, and then this one is, let me go to the contents. Okay, and it's kind of the same things here, but more in depth. So I can see all this, a lot of the same topics are listed in here. They just get into more. Now, see, I already got stuck in reading the prologue. But anyway, so if you want to know more about how Disney and the Imagineers and their pyramid, how they break down and develop ideas, or if you just want some, this one's way simpler. And never underestimate the power of a team. Just so many different quotes. Walt Disney continues to mentor all of us through the stories we hear and read about him. Walt believed in the generosity, optimism, and the goodness of human beings. Mentoring involved giving and the need to respect people, embrace the bonds of humans. As a mentor, don't provide every answer. Rather ask, what do you think it is? Why do you think it is this way? A good mentor doesn't give the answers, but helps others figure it out for themselves. So all kinds of little quotes and things like that. So, and then there's the workbook that you can, goes along with it. So there's some Imagineering. And again, this is the one that I'm reading now, Ideas on Demand. And I'll read you the back cover, and then I'm going to go because my voice is going, and my pot pie is almost ready. Okay, and I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope y'all got a lot of ideas. And if there's any other, before I go, put it in caps right now while I'm reading this. Put it in caps and let me know if there's any other books that y'all know I have and haven't shown or want to see. Let me know because we can do that before I go. Yes, I have Dream Big. I have that one. That's a good one too. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a Walt Disney quote. I have another book called Dream Big, or is it Big Dream? Anyway, I should go down and get that one too. Hang on. Let me go run and get it real quick. Hang on. Magic something. Hang on. Okay, I found it. Big Magic. Elizabeth Gilbert. I'm sure y'all probably seen or heard this one around too. The author of Eat, Pray, Love, Creative Living Beyond Fear. So I'll read both of these backs to y'all real quick. So we have 10 minutes. Oh, good, Marsh. Okay, so this one, the Ideas on Demand, I'm halfway through. And it's got lots, she gives you lots of exercises to do in this one. Hang on, let me get a drink of water. All right. Do you often find yourself saying creativity is not my cup of tea? Well, due to this misplaced belief, you are losing a lot of opportunities to accelerate your success. Creativity is a powerful tool that can get you 10 times the results. Creativity is a skill, and like any other skill, can be learned by practicing it right. Ideas on Demand will show you how to rewire your brain, become an idea machine, 10 times your impact, and achieve your aspirations. This book will help you to bust the 6 major blocks of creativity and set your juices flowing. Learn the exact techniques that creative people use to connect the different dots to generate wow ideas. Challenge assumptions to unshackle your creativity. Master the art of asking yourself insightful questions to trigger powerful ideas. Make the subconscious your powerful ally and produce a flood of ideas. Use constraints to boost your creativity. 10 times your idea and set yourself apart. Leap from the comfort zone to the 10 time zone. The exercises at the end of the chapters are well thought out and planned in such a way that by the time you complete the book, you will be amazed at your idea generating ability. And like I said, I hated to recommend it yet or tell you about it yet because I'm only halfway through. So, but that's one of the books I'm reading right now. Then the other one is, well, I'm not reading this one. I've already read this one. Big Magic, Creative Living Beyond Fear. Readers of all ages and walks of life have drawn inspiration and empowerment from Elizabeth Gilbert's books for years. Now this beloved author digs deep into her own generative process to share her wisdom and unique perspective on creativity. With profound empathy and radiant generosity, she offers potent insights into the mysterious nature of inspiration. Whether we are looking to write a book, make art, find new ways to address challenges in our work, embark on a dream long deferred, or simply infuse our everyday lives with more mindfulness and passion, Big Magic cracks open a world of wonder and joy. And let's see, it's been a while since I read this one, 2015. Let's see what the table of contents. What is creativity? Answer: the relationship between a human being and the mysteries of inspiration. Courage, enchantment, permission, persistence, trust, divinity. So it's all broke down by different. Fear is boring. So there we go. There's inspiration books along with some of my books. And I don't see anybody asking about. Yeah, no. Yeah, you keep thinking of Melissa Gilbert. Yeah, from Little House on the Prairie. Yeah. But yeah, this is. Let's see. So, and y'all, I'm not going to pull out any of my, what do you call it, books, abandoned, altered books, but y'all know how to do that. Magazine journals, whether you cut them down or use them full size. There's always the magazine journals, and I'm looking around seeing if there's any other kind of journals that we didn't cover. So any questions before we go? Bye, Pacola. Anybody else coming in? I guess we're done then. All right. No questions? No comments? Thank you, lurkers, for being here. Write it down. Yes, write it down. And I did not read out of I'll read out of our other little mini inspiration book maybe on Wednesday. And then thank you again. Thank you again to Rainbow Griffin for my cat monsters. I love this. Is so adorable. We need a color in this sometime soon. And yeah, the zine swap, you got till October 1st. I'm looking around the room. I think I covered everything. So I guess we'll go. All right, guys, don't forget Janet comes on at 1. I don't usually make it to Christopher's on Monday because I'm over at Janice, but Christopher comes on at 2, Monday through Friday. And Marsh will be on tomorrow night at 7 Eastern with Jim Lujan. And yeah, all right. Oh, you're welcome, CB. I hope y'all wrote some stuff down. Hi, Ann Makes. All right, guys. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you at Janet's at 1. And go write some ideas down. Keep them, even if it's a Post-it note and a Sharpie. Keep them handy. I write so many starter ideas on just right here. Okay. All right, guys. Bye-bye.